Attention gamers, you have reached Murder Hotline. If you press 1 now, a murder will happen. Thank you for your time. Please enjoy the murder. 7? That's not 1.
Your stream money.
Is that...
I'm the first lawyer there ever was.
It's true. Galactan, he
I'm
did the
lawyer.
lawyer. I am the 22nd lawyer.
I'm confused. This is new lore.
There are 4 other lawyers like me, but I'm the 3rd most powerful lawyer.
It's true.
Fight my
like-
my evil lawyers.
Just like how there's 24 lawyers in an hour. In a day! No!
Well,
I'm the 22nd lawyer. Yes, streamer. Okay, that's fair enough, streamer.
that's okay. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, we're all lawyers.
We're headed right in. We're diving
If there's
in.
100 lawyers, I'm one of them.
There's only one lawyer, I will be dead. Because I won't be able to
True.
afford his services. Oh, thank God,
Pi Day.
it's still Pi
It's
Day.
still Pi
We got 27 minutes left of Pi Day.
Holy shit, chat, you hearing this?
We only have 20. That means we only have 27 minutes left to solve this case.
Fuck!
Holy shit.
It's
We
okay.
gotta figure it out.
It's okay, we get the Iza March. Pi Day, the Iza March
true.
combo. Happens every year. Oh, everyone's here! Holy shit!
Holy shit, everyone's here. Oh my god, Agent Lang and his fancy new glasses.
Shades.
I don't
Oh, you're
like
wearing your cool
I don't
shades
like those
today.
shades. It looks like he just got like out of the hospital.
It's like I'm an
his
X-Man.
shades.
Call me Wolverine.
But he doesn't wear shades.
Sir, I think that name is copyrighted.
Yes.
Call me, Jackal.
Got him.
Langsy says, little cubs, never do they know the real fury of the elder wolves.
These quotes are definitely becoming increasingly difficult to decipher. And pray tell, what does that mean?
It means that you'll never really know how angry I can get.
Well, because you're wearing sunglasses. Oh.
Mr. Prosecutor. The counterfeit bills made with Babalese ink. They were all of Zhengfa denominations. Sorry, I'm still getting used to reading.
It's okay. Yes, so I heard from Miss Von Karma.
But we don't know where the play money has gone.
They must have not figured out that it was all burned yet.
Well, they weren't there, so.
Ever since those things showed up in circulation, my country's economy has taken a big hit.
Inflation.
Zhengfa is in financial chaos as we speak.
Hell yeah. Economic crisis has been thrown on the stakes for this case.
Oh god, first international incidents and now financial crises. My god, this case is everything.
We can't tell the difference between our own bills and the fakes. It's not just the money. The citizens are also worried. I've staked the honor of the House of Lang on this. And have come to this land to capture the mastermind behind the whole mess. I investigated how the bills were made, how the ink was smuggled into Zhengfa. And I pursued the smuggling ring all the way here. But tonight, this is where the final chapter was written. Despite my frantic efforts to chase the smuggler down, someone got to him first. And now I'm called to return home without a single answer.
Well, Agent Lang,
No, Stark, it's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, Mr. Prosecutor. Master Alba, I'm sorry for all the trouble tonight.
I don't even know what we're doing! Oh no, it is I who should apologize. It was all because I was not strong enough. If only I was able to think of a better solution. being old and making chia pets in my room.
Don't forget,
Photos with the Steel Samurai.
it's very important there. Never a mid-moment.
You really appreciate the wolf chia pet you got me that one time.
Yes, I thought you'd appreciate it. I put a voice box in it that says bark, bark.
Ah, yes. Bark, bark.
How touching.
I want one of those. Quick as you fool! Curse your empty brain, you cringe lord!
You're being too hard on yourself, Ambassador. I take full responsibility for tonight. End of story. Gina, let's go. Time to return to our den.
Jack is dead.
Noise suppression. Or just actually killed.
That guy's dead. Where'd he go?
I can't believe it.
He was like the first
Jack.
lawyer.
I'm sorry, sir. I was getting some water. I'm back now.
Ah, well, no worries.
Listen, the ellipses there. The ellipses there. Where's Sheena getting the water?
Very
My
in
supporters
character.
will always be well hydrated for their own good.
I see.
I don't like to admit it, but there's not much else for us to do but go home as well.
Oh, game over.
Agent, like,
fucking
hold it.
moving. You see me fucking go?
You, Wolfman, and the secretary lady. Hold it. Objection. Pal.
Detective Gumshoe, have you got the results of the handwriting analysis already?
Did anyone notice how fast I fucked off? I'm wearing.
Holy shit.
I think it's because I'm wearing Heelys, actually.
I see.
That's
Yep,
the new lore.
and that note was definitely written by Mr. Cochin, sir.
Just as I thought. Good work, Detective.
Was the
organizer.
right.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. How long do you intend to hold us up for?
Sorry to have made you wait, but I believe that now everyone is finally here. Agent Sheena, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind.
Yes.
How exactly did you fail to see the Yatagarasu when you were in the neighboring room to where Mr. Cochin was killed? I'd like you to explain that to us.
What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! What are you doing asking her about something she didn't see?
Agent Lang hasn't touched the Babal investigation at all. So I suppose I will need to explain a few things to him first.
Well, Zedka, I can't even begin to imagine what's going on in that head of yours.
The only thing going on in my head is the pursuit of the truth.
Oh, sounds like you have some sort of plan. Well, I'll supervise you until the end.
Is she seriously going to treat me as a subordinate for the rest of the day? Of Pi Day, no less?
And the rest of tomorrow as well.
That's a march have come early, I see.
You're not trying to pick a fight with my subordinate on some flimsy guess, are you?
I'm not trying to pick a fight, and the evidence is hardly flimsy, as you will see. Uh-oh. God damn it.
I should have known.
They practice that shit.
You and I are destined to fight it out to the very end.
Oh, that was sick. I was so distracted by how sick that was. You're so practiced. But it would appear that way. Oh. What the hell? That's so sick.
Well, I'll prove her innocence. So let's see what you got, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we get to do sick shit like that?
I don't know. We should be able to get sick shit like that. How much have they practiced?
Get like Gummy in on it. We could do like a fucking like cool trio pose.
You could if you were cool.
Fuck
Like
you.
Like me and Sheena here.
Well, with pleasure. Do I do a cool pose? No, I go into my thinking zone. For my opening argument, I'll discuss the Adagarasu that appeared in Babal. And establish exactly who it was that Case saw.
I'm gonna have Gummy buy sunglasses while you guys yell at each other.
I'm on it. I'll go buy some sunglasses from Burger King.
Wait, no, they're closed.
They're open 24 hours. It's the mid-2010s, I think. When are we again? Who are we? Who am I?
Happy Pie Day, Detective.
There is a year that this game takes place in, and I've forgotten which one it is.
It's certainly
Same
one
here.
of them.
I almost want to say it's like 2019. Not sure.
I'm kind of curious, but the thing I know about Ace Attorney games is like, they're so far in the future that it's like slightly interesting that we're slowly leaking into the times of Ace Attorney. 'Cause that was like a big deal like last year. Where like the fucking first case like happened or something like literally last year, and I was like, what do you fucking mean? Well, I'll Google that later. Agent Lang. I assume you've been briefed on case testimony, yes?
You mean the suspicious person in the coat that she saw?
That's right. That person is one of the keys to solving this case. Sorry. No, Discord, what the hell? The person who pretended to be the Adagarasu. That's it!
Pretended? What do you mean by that?
I'll get to that in a second. But first I want to review what Kay's mystery person did. Kay, if you could please explain to us what the person you were chasing did.
Okay, you got it. I first spotted the suspicious person near the open air stage on the Babalese side. I called out to the person, but as soon as I did, that person ran off. I thought it was rather suspicious, so I immediately gave chase. It's fucking awesome.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog. But for the sake of argument, let's call the suspicious person the Adagarasu. Now please tell us what happened when you chased the Adagarasu up to the 3rd floor.
Can do. I'll even load a picture. Look at this shit.
That's a very pretty picture.
I chased the Yatagarasu all the way up to the 3rd floor of the Babalese embassy. It was a pretty straight chase down the hallway until the sudden turn. The Yatagarasu disappeared around the corner, so I did my best to catch up. When I turned the corner, I saw the Yatagarasu run into Mr. Cochin's office. I gave chase and ran into the room. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the light, but then... that dude was dead! Ah!
I'm dead.
Who's there?
By the time I had turned on the lights, the Yatagarasu had disappeared. Shit was crazy.
That does sound crazy. When Kay entered the room, the person she was chasing was already gone. Why do you suppose that was, Agent Lang?
What do you mean, why do you suppose? Isn't it obvious? The person slipped out through the door behind the girl under the cover of darkness.
Objection! Sorry, but I know for a fact that the person didn't escape through that door.
No. How do you know that with such certainty?
That's easy. If the Adagarasu had left through that door, they would have run right into this person.
It was Gumshoe, right? I'm trying to remember.
No, it's Sheena.
Was it Gumshoe? Well, Sheena was... okay, wasn't Gumshoe also around, though? I'm trying to remember what Gumshoe said. How did we remember that Sheena came out of the other door? That's what I'm trying to remember. We did this a week ago. I don't remember. I mean, Sheena also works, but... and that's probably makes more sense, but... I'm trying to remember what it was. Maybe it's actually in my evidence.
Honestly, I can't remember either, but...
oh my god, I have so much shit.
would have ran into the Bobblies Inc.
Would have ran into these nut.
I dropped the hot Sheena jet, but
Your answer is Sheena.
Yes, because let's consider what would have happened if the Yatagarasu had used the door.
maybe Edgeworth will remind me who had that testimony in this part.
When Kay screamed upon discovering Mr. Cochin's body, the Yatagarasu would have run right into Agent Sheena, who was in the next room over.
Arr.
Agent Sheena, would you mind telling us if you saw the suspicious person in question? The sus, as they will?
No, I didn't see anyone.
Well, you see,
Not so fast. I'm not even gonna let you read that text box.
damn it.
It just means
You're
that the
right.
it just means that the creep slipped out before Sheena made it out into the hallway.
Objection. I really wish I could have read that text box. I looked away for like a second. God damn it. Curse you, Agent Lang. Your rivalry knows no bounds. Anyways, I doubt that, as there is another person in the hallway. A certain detective that I'm going to
Okay.
present right now.
Okay.
Detective Gumshoe. I didn't even have to present it. But exactly where were you, Detective, exactly at that time?
Me, sir? Well, when I heard Kay's scream,
Big scream.
I ran towards Mr. Cochin's office from the opposite direction of Agent Sheena, sir.
I got colored pins for everyone.
I'm purple. Why aren't I green?
That's a good question.
I already used green. Sheena
Yeah, why
came
aren't you
first.
green, Kay?
Why would I be green?
Sheena's eyes are kind of purple. Why isn't she purple?
Oh my god, I just put things on this funny little map.
I think you should have picked better colors, Kay.
colors.
So, anyway, Agent Lang, can you explain how someone could have eluded both of them at the same time? Even you must concede that under these circumstances, the door was not a viable route.
Way to go,
gosh.
Mr. Edgeworth! You nailed him with just an explanation of what happened. He's like ready for kung fu now or something.
He's gonna bite my head off.
But hopefully not.
I agree. I'm a little afraid there. I wasn't expecting that.
You just jumped to him killing you. Holy shit!
He's looking at me with the fangs of a dog. But I've eliminated one of the possible escape routes from that room. Yes. But this is far from over. I need to make Agent Lang aware as well of yet another possible escape route that the Yatagarasu could have taken.
I get it. So that's what you were trying to show me. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, let me guess. This is what you're trying to say, right? Because the door was not a viable escape route, then there must have been another way out.
Precisely.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to bust out with our revolving fireplace wall explanation, right?
No, not quite yet.
Huh? But why? I thought this would be the perfect time.
The revolving wall on the Bobbly side is known only to 4 people. And if we use this information unwisely, which I'm assuming we're whispering or something, the truth may escape us in the end.
What's with all the whispering over there?
Well, I guess we were.
What the
Okay,
hell?
it'll figure out the tactics.
Thank you, Agent Lang. Nothing of the sort, Agent Lang. Come, let us continue where we left off.
We're talking about nothing important ever.
That smug, haughty attitude of yours. You're really rubbing the wrong way, you know that? Huh. Well, no matter. I figured you out already anyway. The only other possible escape route besides the door is the room's lone window. And since an eerie picture of said escape route exists, are you saying that this photo captures the moment of the Yatagarasu's escape?
Oh, I guess that's a new play we could bring into this.
New argument unlocked. I guess Detective Bad must have filled him in on the photo. I have to admit that at first I thought the window to be a possible escape route as well. However, I now know that to be impossible.
Now I realize you may not know this, but humans can't fly.
No shit, Sherlock! Of course
he's
I
not-
know that.
Sir, Sherlock's not in this game. You're thinking of the other ones.
No Of course I know that. That's bloody common sense.
I like how they have to pose for that one. Like, that's crazy.
God. It's too epic. I was caught off guard. I forgot it then. Sherlock Holmes is a fictional character in this universe. Besides, I never said that I thought the photo to be of the Yatagarasu's escape route.
I suppose not. Alright then, explain yourself.
The shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu that Kay was chasing after.
Not so fast! You can say whatever you like in whatever language you want. There's only one language I really understand. The language of evidence.
Damn, language of evidence. As it is. Very well then. I present to you proof that the person Kay saw is not the same one as in this photo.
Oh boy, I don't even know what that proof is. I got a lot of things to quickly.
The photo was someone said that the photo was taken around the time of the first fire, which was
after the
separate
first fire.
from.
Oh yeah. So it couldn't have been. 2 fires broke out. I guess that probably makes more sense than just posting the photo to the photo. If I'm wrong, then it's the other one.
Take that! Let me explain to you precisely why the shadow in this photo is not the Yatagarasu Kay saw.
Yeah, I just need to remember the evidence I have.
There's a good amount. Can you imagine if they didn't clean out the other evidence?
Yeah, I still have Larry's shit. Oh my god.
But Kay spotted the Yatagarasu heading to the 3rd floor during the 2nd fire. However, the photo in question was taken just after the 1st fire.
Yeah, way to go! That's twice you've bit him in the butt now!
Not so fast! We're not done yet. You still have to explain what that shadow is. Now that Yatagarasu escaped, I don't suppose you can answer both, can you?
Regarding the photo, I admit that we don't quite understand what it means quite yet.
Ha! As I thought.
However, the Yatagara's escape route, now that I can answer.
You can. Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, go on. Enlighten me.
Hold it! Even if I explain it, you'll find some flaw with what I have to say. You were busy heading up the Alabastian investigation, correct? In that case, I doubt you've had much knowledge about the Babalee side of the case. So, wouldn't it be best if the lead on that side, Agent Sheena, explained in my stead?
Nah. Sheena is my subordinate. If I don't stick up for her, how can I look her in the eyes and call myself her boss?
Lang, it's alright. I can take care of him.
Sheena.
You've shielded me a lot as my boss. But it's time for me to prove my worth.
And so, in hell of a smile.
Alright. If you're okay with it, then you have my support.
Finally, it's down to just Agent Sheena and myself. This is where the battle truly begins.
Now then, what is it you'd like to ask?
Let's see. Why don't we start with your movements inside the Babalee's embassy? In argument time.
Argument time.
During the first Babalee's fire, I assisted in putting out the fire. During the second fire, I was searching for the Yatagarasu that had appeared in Babal. While I was searching, I heard a scream coming from the next room over. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical that the girl's Yatagarasu even exists. And that is all I have to say.
But I'm not lying when I say I saw the suspicious person run into Mr. Cochin's office. Like I said earlier, I have no intention of retracting my testimony.
Good.
Just to confirm, did you have a partner with you when you were on your investigation?
No, I moved alone.
In that case, you have no one to corroborate your alibi. Is that correct?
Not so fast. Are you calling her suspicious because she was in a room by herself? How pathetic.
And it wasn't when Agent Sheena tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale? And how about when you accused Larry because he was the weapon's owner?
Grr. Not sad it's unexpected for that useless lump to get into such a situation. Although I suppose it is never a good idea to let mistakes go uncorrected. I will make no excuse for what I did in that situation.
And you should apologize right now for making Kay to be out to be the killer, pal.
I'm sorry. Sheena, apologize.
I'm sorry.
It's really okay. I mean, I'm not under suspicion anymore. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Well, I never doubted you, not for 1 second.
And the same goes for me. I believe in Sheena.
Then let's put that to the test, and see if she really is worthy of your trust.
This promises to be interesting.
Rebuttal.
But
Yes.
Bobbly's
Hold
fire.
it. Bobbly's fire. So you helped with the Bobbly's fire extinguishing effort.
I was in charge of the police on the Bobbly's side, so I helped them with their work.
Police doing the job of a fireman. Well, you really know how to work people.
She sure does. That's because she's one awesome woman who knows how to manage.
I guess so. She's always bringing you a business card or a scroll at just the right time.
To prepare everything before I'm ordered to. That is the definition of a secretary. She kinda seems more capable than Agent Lang, doesn't she?
At the very least, she's certainly more capable than you, Detective. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, kinda had a feeling you were going to say that.
Sheena's more than just a capable secretary, you know. Sheena, tell them what other things you're good at.
Alright. During the
Searching for the Yatagarasu, I guess.
I'm really good at searching for the Yatagarasu.
Hold it!
In
Is it
fact,
true that you're
she's-
really...
The Yatagarasu is standing right next to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, that is pretty darn
She's
good.
got me there.
Yes, I guess so. Well done. She really is good at doing her job. Well, by the second fire, you mean the one that consumed the third floor of the ball, correct? Caught me off guard again.
Yes, that was when the suspicious person was spotted in Bhopal.
Then you were after the same person in the long coat that I was after.
There is no proof that the suspicious person was really the Yatagarasu. because no one was able to get a good look at the person's face.
By the way, how was your team's investigation?
In order to extinguish the fire, water was pumped into the 3rd floor via the windows. So the majority of the investigators conducted their searches on other floors.
Maybe they did, but there's one person who was wandering around lost on the 3rd floor.
When the fire was pretty much out, I moved to investigate the 3rd floor.
And you did that alone?
Yes. Scream.
Hold it! That's what I did! So you were in the room next to Mr. Cochin's, Coney Mansion's office.
I already told you I was earlier. As I was examining the neighboring room, I heard that girl's shrill scream. Upon hearing her, I immediately ran towards Mr. Cochin's office.
Wherein you proceeded to arrest her, as I recall.
Yes, I did. But she was totally innocent, pal. I thought we had already cleared that up.
Damn.
I put my sunglasses back on so I could take them off. And
Indoors,
I thought
no
I had
less.
already apologized for my behavior. Now, if the tenacious detective would be so kind as to be quiet. Tenacious D reference.
Oh, Tenacious B reference.
Oh,
It's a weird place for my game to stutter.
I have to agree, right now is not the time to take issue with that.
Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
But what I do take issue with is the fact that you didn't see the Yatagarasu, Agent Sheena.
Prosecutors of this country are all so strange.
Hold it.
Room.
Room. You were unable to catch even a glimpse despite being in the next room? Is that true?
Venti murder with extra room, please.
I did want to say it. I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking of that. How did he do it?
I really hate to repeat myself.
Shaking my head. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you then. However, I simply wish to make sure that you are not misremembering something. We wouldn't want you to be accused of lying later on now, would we?
Ah,
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. You calling Sheena's testimony a lie?
Agent Ling, I'm talking with Agent Sheena right now, if you don't mind. So I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't interrupt us with superfluous comments.
Aw, I feel kind of bad for him.
I understand his pain at watching one of his own subordinates being accused after this has happened literally 3 times within the same week. However, the point is I cannot turn my eyes from the truth.
Lang, I'm alright. And as for you, I think you should be focusing your doubts on that girl rather than me.
What the fuck?
And why is that?
Yatagarasu.
Hold it! Yatagarasu. Are you throwing Kei's words, who is the Yatagarasu, into doubt again?
I'm the cool one.
Well, she does claim to be the Yatagarasu, right?
Yeah, the cool one.
And she did try to chase down the Yatagarasu, despite being just an average citizen.
Actually, she came here with the goal of capturing the fake Yatagarasu.
That's right, which is why I would never lie about anything related to the Yatagarasu.
And I suppose you have proof of that somewhere?
Not quite, but even without any, I have people who believe in me, and that's enough.
I see.
Case testimony is without flaw, but as for yours... Well, let's just say I find your testimony to be a bit suspicious, a bit sus. And then that one from Jax.
From who?
There's... You know, Jax, we were talking
Oh,
about
that guy!
Yes.
I didn't know his name was Jack.
I don't know, it's like French or something. You talked too much about Among Us, I got confused, and it's ingrained in my brain now.
God, that'd be fun.
Among Us.
Yeah, playing Among Us.
Well, that's what we're doing right now, Kay. We're trying to find who this is. I know.
That's
right?
awesome!
Yes, think of this as like an emergency meeting, and we're trying to go and find out
Holy
who killed Coney
my
Mansion.
fucking god! This is the coolest Pi Day ever.
Yeah.
People died for this.
There seems to be a very longer testimony. I'm going to go point it out.
Oh, then why don't you show her using what we found out with Little Thief?
I will in due time. The escape route to the Yatagarasu that Kay was in pursuit of. It turns out that it really does lead right to Agent Sheena. Then what is it that she is keeping from us right now?
Are we dropping Fireplace now?
Boom.
If we're dropping Fireplace now, it's here. Let me see if I have anything else that might be relevant, but it sounds like we're dropping Fireplace now. This is all...
I bet it's the hot dog. I bet the hot dog is relevant.
God, this thing's still here. Why would this thing still be here? This is gonna be...
You're not questioning the hot dog box?
Well, I haven't used the hot dog box. Like, it's weird, but it hasn't been used. I used this, and it's still here, unlike everything else, so... It's very interesting. God, there I have a guitar pick.
Sir, why didn't you put the Alba's Chia thingamabob in your evidence?
You wouldn't let me. You said, like, I couldn't use it.
I said that? Why would I say that?
No, Agent Alba said that.
Agent me?
Agent Alba!
I'm an agent now! Hombre moly!
And that's Ambassador Alba. Help me! Help!
Let's see if it's the fireplace or not.
Objection!
Okay.
Objection. It was the fireplace. Being in the room next to Miss Coney Mansion's office is the problem with your testimony.
Not so fast. Mr. Prosecutor, I don't see what problem you're talking about at all.
Agent Lang, do you recall the secret we discovered about the Alabastian office fireplace?
Huh? Oh, you mean how it connects the office with the room next door? What about it?
Well, Alabast isn't the only country with secret connecting fireplaces. My theme is playing again.
What?
The fireplace in Mr. Coney Mansion's office holds the exact same secret.
What? What?
I'm erasing the map to make it look like the fireplace turned, because I've established this as a physical piece of map that I put down.
I'm so glad you brought your paper supplies today, Kay. The Yatagarasu didn't escape through the door to the room or the window. The escape route was through the revolving fireplace, well and into the next room over.
Oh,
The invisible boxer came back.
Punch. Now do you see? If the Yatagarasu had escaped into the next room, then the thief would have run straight into Agent Sheena. Meaning that it's impossible for her to have missed the Yatagarasu.
Hiya! What is the meaning of this, Miles?
Well, would you care to explain, Agent Sheena? How you managed to completely miss the fleeing Yatagarasu, or shall I?
Oh no.
She's sad. Your claim that you were in the next room was a lie all along, wasn't it? The truth is, you were the one Kay saw in the coat. Pretending to be the Yatagarasu, and you were the one that she chased after. As you tried to lose her, you ran into Mr. Coney Mansion's office and headed for the fireplace. Then you shed your coat in the next room, leaving it there to emerge as Agent Sheena. After that, you came back around to place Kay under arrest.
That's really funny, honestly, just doing a full fucking 360. Woo!
She really just vented through the rooms like a true sus.
That really is an Among Us play. Wow.
She self-reported. Does that sound about right? If not, then speak now or forever hold your peace.
How dare you make Kay look like the bad guy when you're the suspicious one, pal?
Are you fucking me?
Sheena?
I feel like I know what's about to happen.
What the fuck?
Well, this was some good luck, wasn't it?
We
Oh,
did
I
the
have to
voice.
break out the- I have to break out the super nasally voice again.
I cannot believe you picked Callisto U in 1-3 in that chaos. Holy shit, the
I
luck.
can't believe it either.
That laugh! That laugh! Oh my god!
There's two of them. Holy shit!
I remember this irritating laugh.
I'm getting chills down my spine.
It can't be. But it has to be.
Sheena, what's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I was just so funny that I couldn't help but laugh.
Funny, you say?
Yes, that you would accuse me of being the Yatagarasu. The prosecutors of this country really are also very strange.
Do you think you can get away with this by simply laughing it off?
You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. It's that prosecutor who is. Look, everything you said earlier is nothing more than mere speculation. The Yatagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, then you haven't proven a thing regarding the Yatagarasu's escape route.
That tone of voice you're taking with now just certainly has changed.
Heh heh. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. I think I'll let loose and then we can have a real battle of wits.
For an agent of Interpol to show me the true power of her mind, it is a great honor.
Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know.
I know. And that is why I won't hold anything back either as I answer your question.
My question?
Here is your proof that the revolving fireplace wall in the ball was used recently.
Oh, I have this one. It was all this shit.
It's my testimony!
I'm sorry, but is this really your honest answer to my question?
Yes. According to Ambassador Polano's testimony. He said that he was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Cochin.
Oh,
The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they should have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there.
hold it. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up?
Objection! Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Plano said that he forgot to. And so the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When the Adagarasu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes were pushed into the next room by the wall as well. My theme is playing again. Movement of the ashes that were in Mr. Caccone Mansion's office is my proof. And just what is so funny?
Ash is proof? Are you even allowed to submit such flaky evidence in court?
You still wish to fight us?
Of course, why wouldn't I?
In that case, let us hear your counter-argument.
My counter-argument, huh? This really is just like being in court.
Well, to me, we're simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It doesn't matter if we're at a crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now.
I suppose. I've had a lot of fun today, but I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all.
We are not wrapping up this absurd case once and for all. I know that
No,
for a fact.
No, we're absolutely doing it.
What do you mean we're not wrapping it up once and for all? Of course we...
Like the Yadagarasu revealed herself. I mean, this is pretty much it of the case.
I don't know, but like, if people tell me this is the like longest thing of all time, and so this isn't the end. This is short.
In my eyes, all you've proved is that the rotating fireplace wall was used.
Well, it does seem like there's also at least 2 killers because Mask the Mask and Coney Mansion. So, is this like the halfway point? I don't know.
But you can't really call that proof that the Yadagarasu used the fireplace, now can you? So then, who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation. And we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Cochin's office. And there you have it, my counter-argument.
That's very impressive. Shit, she used to be a lawyer. She's seen through to the fact that I have yet to gather that one piece of evidence.
What is it, Kay? I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now.
If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave it to the rest of us.
But I...
Kay, pull yourself together. You are the true heir to the Yadagarasu name, are you not?
Oh shit.
If you want to steal the truth, then you must never take your eyes off it. In this chase you're running to catch the truth, you must see through it to the very end.
Mr. Edgeworth. You're right. I will see this through to the end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth.
With pleasure.
Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, hasn't it?
Sheena, please, show me you're someone I can trust.
Don't worry. This will be the deciding match. You'll see.
I'm truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I simply can't allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Sheena. Shall we begin?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Your puddle.
But the rotating fireplace.
Hold it! It sounds to me that you're saying my explanation is not good enough.
But I was able to go through the revolving door myself. So that should be proof enough, even for you, pal. It looks like you don't quite understand. But by your looks, I can guess you're not all that learned. Oh, ouch! Talk about rude. You should watch what you say, pal.
Sadly, I'm going to disagree with her on that one. Fuck you, Miles Edgeworth.
But you know what I mean, right? You may have proved the fireplace was used. And Yatagarasu.
Hold it! So you want proof that the Yatagarasu was the one who used the fireplace?
That's right. Well, do you have any?
Hold it! Can you prove that it wasn't the Yatagarasu who used the fireplace?
Don't need to prove anything to you.
Objection!
Hold it! Okay, if you could please not steal my lie.
Sorry, but I just couldn't hold it in anymore.
Well, don't fret and leave it to me. All you have to do is sit back and watch.
You may seem to have some wiggle room, but without any evidence, it's meaningless. Words.
Hold it. Words. It's possible that the Yatagarasu left fingerprints inside the fireplace.
Hold it. Sorry, but I had the forensics team check that already. All they found were prints belonging to Ambassador Paleno and Mr. Cochin.
Curses! I should have known better than to think the Yatagarasu would have been so careless. But there must be some sort of evidence that we still have yet to find.
I take it you have no further objections.
There's the insane play I'm seeing from this, but I'm not 100%. I don't know if it's too much of a crazy leap, but
Finished.
it's what I'm thinking.
Hold
We'll
it.
get back to it once I press everything.
So Interpol has finished examining the entire Bobbly's embassy.
Yes, the investigators who were brought into Alabast were incredibly helpful. They all put in great efforts to search for any sign of the Yatagarasu.
Objection!
Objection! And yet, despite all that effort, it appears that they failed to notice the lack of ash in the office fireplace.
The sprite? Oh.
Furthermore, you were the one who inspected the room next to Mr. Cochin, correct?
I didn't notice the ash there in the fireplace of that room, and for that I am sorry.
Hold it. You don't need to apologize, Sheena. As your boss, your mistakes are my mistakes. So allow me to apologize for you. I'm sorry.
You know, maybe this guy's not such a bad guy after all.
He apologizes for his subordinates and everything. What a great boss! I bet he pays them well too.
Are you saying that I don't do anything for my own subordinates, detective?
That's exactly what I'm fucking saying, sir. Increase my salary right now. You're someone I really respect, sir. Even if you're a tad bit too strict sometimes.
That is only a problem on your end.
Wow, way to be super hard on him in response.
Shoot, am I really too strict on everyone? I have to...
Anyway, Sheena. You didn't find anything in Mr. Cochin's office, right?
That's right. We finished our investigation. Mr. Cochin.
Hold it. So you really didn't find anything?
Yes, as I said, not one suspicious thing. Although, as you already know, we did find the Yatagarasu's key and the document detailing the smuggling operation. But we still haven't found the blade that belongs to the Babalese knife handle yet.
Ha! You see, my subordinates worked hard to investigate everything. So there was nothing else to find, all right?
Wow, Agent Lang really sticks up for his people.
Thank you,
Here you
Sheena.
go, sir.
Thank you, Sheena. Lindsay says, all men are brothers, and friends become family. So you see, my people are my family, and their families are my family, too.
Hi, Gypsy.
Like the cat.
That's a rather large family you have there.
Yes, but as we all know, there's always one black sheep in any family. And though it pains me, Agent Lang, you will know the black sheep in your family.
So, do you actually have any proof that the Yatagarasu used the fireplace passageway?
No, I haven't found any yet.
Then what are we going to do?
There's no need to worry. Because there's a loophole in Miss Interpol agent's arguments that we can exploit first. The one in charge of the Babalese investigation was not Agent Lang. Which means that with Agent Sheena in charge, it's possible she may have tampered with the evidence. That piece of evidence that we found. If there's one thing I do know, it is that someone tried to hide it from us.
Interesting. I'm glad he said that, because I was going to go off the deep end and say, well, if I got nothing, let's just see if her fucking perfume is in the fireplace. Because we have it. But it sounds like that's not the time for that. So let's back it up and look at my shit. Because the key wasn't really hidden from us at all. What did we find last time we were in there? Not a lot. Wire was in the clock. I guess that is strange. Let's go with wire in the clock.
Objection! Wire in the clock indeed, streamer. Well, you say that you and your agents have finished your thorough investigation. Are you absolutely certain that you didn't overlook everything? Anything?
Well, aren't we full of ourselves, standing there insulting Interpol agents?
You'd better not be insinuating that my men are incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor.
I'd never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact that they did overlook something. I'd like for you to take a look at this. This giant length of wire.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
The length of wire? So what about it?
I'll tell you what. We found this in the Babalese embassy not long ago.
What?
And we found it wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Cochin's Coney Mansion office.
You found that? It's a scene of Mr. Cochin's murder.
But this wire wasn't all we found. We found one other very important thing.
There's more?
In Mr. Cochin's office, there were signs that someone had burned counterfeit bills there.
Warten Sie! Hiya!
Hold it. That evidence was something you found out through the girl's machine, right?
So what if it was?
Ah, that's what I thought. But unfortunately for you, a recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills?
No.
You see, so there was nothing in that office. Nothing you can call evidence, anyway.
Objection! I'm sorry, but I have seemed to have given you the wrong impression.
How so?
I don't recall saying that I was presenting evidence of any sort. But rather I was pointing out that your investigation was incomplete. And that this throws doubt on the purity of your so-called perfect investigation into the Atagarasu.
You still suspect me, I see. Alright then, I ask you to point out what part of my investigation is incomplete.
The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Sheena. And is it not possible that the reason the person K was chasing chose the 3rd floor was because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor? Furthermore, we've come to see that Agent Sheena was only pretending to be investigating the Atagarasu to the point of arresting K. In that case, there's one location that no one has yet to inspect. Your team's investigation was incomplete because they failed to inspect this location.
Yeah, it'd just be this room, I imagine. I have to go for the whole room. I don't know if I want to. I'll be a little bit closer to the fireplace for good happiness.
Take that! The location, Agent Sheena, is of course the room that you claim to have examined. I believe the room next to Mr. Cochin's office warrants a thorough inspection.
Even if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there.
I'll be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe!
Yes, sir, I'm on it. I'll be right back after I check out that room next to the office.
Here he goes.
I'm going. We're probably in the Ides of March by now, sir.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, it might be the Ides of March by now.
Okay, it might be the Ides of March right now.
Maybe
Agent
it's
Lang.
Pi Day.
Miss Pi Day.
Do you really think that Miss Sheena is the Yatagarasu?
Yes, if my logic is sound, I believe she is.
Then I'm not going to let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu!
But can you prove she's the Yatagarasu is the question.
If Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will find, then I should be able to.
Just what are you hoping he'll find?
Let's just say this. I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier.
An experiment? As if that detective has the brains for high science.
It wasn't that mentally taxing. I had him use the same escape route as the Yatagarasu.
And what did you find out by doing that?
First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Secondly, that by going through there, his coat was covered in Ash and Bubbly's ink.
Who cares what his coat was covered in? It's not that's that much anything.
But is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove.
Hey, it's me, I'm back. Mr. Edgeworth, I've found some things you really need to see, sir.
Oh? So what are these things that you found?
Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir.
You found a coat? You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one the person I was chasing was wearing.
Yes, the possibility does exist. Agent Sheena, were these pieces of evidence not in that room when you examined it?
Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room. Oh. Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now?
Hold it! These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them.
They're my personal belongings, so you have no right to touch them without my permission.
Objection! I wish to examine them for the sake of the investigation. But if you wish to deny us access to them... Well, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this.
I say, let them look at your stuff, Sheena.
Lang,
Sheena, let's put it all out in the open. If you're really innocent, then you should have nothing to worry about, right?
I guess so. Alright, go ahead and examine whatever you'd like. After all, I have nothing to hide.
Good. Now let us begin. So which of Agent Sheena's belongings... not me, honestly. God damn it. That's a gumshoe eye.
So which of Agent Sheena's belongings are you going to examine, sir?
Look at that coat.
Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. Let's examine the coat.
Yes, sir.
It appears you managed to stain your coat rather badly.
It's a nice coat.
It is a nice coat.
Unrelated to everything.
Agent Sheena.
Yeah.
Yadagarasu that Kay saw was wearing a coat. And I'm beginning to wonder if the stain wasn't created when, well, you went through the fireplace.
I think the boa was always black.
Aha. No, you have it wrong. That suit probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire.
And what about this dark substance around the hem of your coat?
Oh, I didn't realize the hem was that dirty.
It's okay, I don't think any theory could be as painfully wrong as my elaborate mirror theory in 330.
The mirror trick.
I was so in on that one.
It's true. They were cooking, just in the wrong kitchen.
I'm sure it's just some water mixed with soot from when I was helping with the fire.
I don't think so. You think you could get away with such a transparent lie?
Yeah, don't lie to us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that got on my coat when I went through the fireplace. Hold it. Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. So unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace...
Which I can.
I can.
What? How?
You did a great job, Detective.
Huh? Me, sir? What did I do?
Oh, I guess we could set it on fire. And if it burns green...
Time to light things on fire. This coat, this is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I had been hoping to find the coat that the person Kay saw was wearing. And thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace would indeed sully a coat.
I don't quite get what you're saying, but I'm happy for the praise, sir.
All that remains is for us to show what the dark substance on the coat hem is.
How? And you think you can do that?
Of course I can. This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat.
Take that!
Babalese ink?
Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through that fireplace. According to Ambassador Poleno, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning.
You told us about that already, so I don't really see the point in mentioning it again.
My point is that he spilled some ink onto the back wall of the fireplace at that time.
Eh.
If the dark substance on this coat turns out to be Babalese ink, it would prove that you and this coat went through that revolving fireplace wall.
Ah.
Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yanagarasu, but we're not finished yet.
But you have no way of proving whether or not this Babalese ink on the coat helmet.
Fire,
Oh, but
fire,
I do.
Fire, fire.
And I intend to show it is ink in a few seconds.
How?
How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how I will prove that the dark substance on the coat is Babalese ink.
Burn
I
the
will go
coat!
in- Burn the coat!
Oh, put it on. Nice coat.
We can find out whether that is Babalese ink or not by lighting it on fire. That's what we're doing.
That's how you're going
Yay!
to prove that it's Babalese ink?
Yes. If you could please cut a section of the dark stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is.
Sheena. Sorry to do this, but I'm going to have to cut off a bit of your coat.
Go ahead. I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway.
Now then, if someone could loan me a lighter or something.
Oh, I've got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs.
What the fuck, Kay? And if I could please have one, Kay, we can get this experiment underway. Oh.
Yo!
The flame!
We had sprites for that. Nice.
We had sprites for that, we're so sick.
It's the same color as the flame's wit crystal oil produces. Which means...
Babalese ink is a product of wit crystal oil. And when lit, the ink produces a green flame. I believe the time has come to clip the Yadagarasu's other wing.
Miss Sheena, you're the fake Yadagarasu! The one who killed my father!
It's about time you came clean, Agent Sheena. Or should I say... Callisto, you!
Oh.
Hold it! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, you're not serious, are you?
Do I look like the joking type to you?
Callisto, you? I've never heard that name before in my life.
It's that manner of speaking, it's that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years.
You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it. Oh, really? And you have proof? You insist that I am this Callisto you woman, but you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me.
Please tell me she just is undercover but uses the same perfume.
Objection! The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night.
I'm trying to figure out why else I'd have the perfume, so, you know.
So check this. However, the light of dawn has arrived and it will reveal your true ugly form to the world.
Enough poetry. I want to see some evidence.
Do you really have something that can prove she is Callisto Yo?
I do. It's something that the second Yadagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years.
Perfume or... Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth.
Check this, Kay, I will. For we have finally come to the end of this case. We'll prove her to be Callisto U with this and clip the Atagarasu's wings for good.
Perfume.
Take that! This perfume. This will prove you to be Callisto U.
It will.
Kay has preserved it perfectly for us. Surely you remember this bottle. This belonged to Miss Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on here as well.
Oh, I guess that makes more sense than wearing the same perfume for 7 years while undercover. Okay.
Also, you might be wearing the same perfume.
This is the bottle of perfume you spilled, which I have preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Burn Faraday, that if stored under the right conditions, a fingerprint can be preserved for decades. Which means that your fingerprints are still on here. Every last one.
We can clear everything up if, say, we were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Agent Sheena, will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test?
Aha.
Uh-oh.
She's fucking losing it.
I'm losing it. It looks like you've seen right through me yet again. Aha. You're sending the biggest chill down my spine, Edgeworth.
Oh shit, a theme's playing.
My
Callisto.
theme's playing.
You's theme. And you!
So you're showing your true face at last.
This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than that time 7 years ago.
Sheena, you're...
Lang, I really enjoyed our days together. You're an insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted idiot of a man.
So you're a spy all along? A mole sent by the smuggling ring I've been chasing after? Someone who has been feeding them intel on Interpol all this time?
Ha! Very good. Maybe you're not as big of an idiot as I thought.
Callisto, you! The woman who killed my father 70 years ago! You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu!
That's right. Callisto U. That's just one of my many names. But even that is just a facade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great thief Yatagarasu.
Callisto U, this time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly.
You know, you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, K. Faraday. And had you not used the Yatagarasu's gadget, I might have never known who you were. But here you are, being a thorn in my side, just like your father always was.
What?
Kay, no, don't!
Remember when I kicked you in the shin? You! You and you! I'll never forgive you for what you did to my father!
You really are just like him. Mr. Faraday, too, possessed such laughable honesty.
That's a shin kick!
Well-
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck!
I'm
No!
taking you hostage.
Kay!
I got owned!
Ah, you let K go right now, pal.
You despicable...
Let go of me, you filthy... Ah!
You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu.
But that's impossible! My father was the one who created Little Thief!
Hey, Edgeworth.
Yes, what?
The Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is?
Why it has 3 legs?
Yo, we're back in time. Welcome to this flashback that is actually useful. There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be 1 step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system.
No! No, it can't be!
Did you finally figure it out? Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu?
The real identity of the Yatagarasu is... Whoa!
I think it's neither. Am I getting it correct? Hold up, I'm being a little stupid here. You're saying it's neither?
The real identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Burn Faraday nor Callisto U. But by the same token, they are also both the real Yatagarasu.
Is that a team effort?
How very perceptive of you.
No way!
The single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed.
Mr. Edgeworth! No! I refuse to believe this!
The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills.
Oh, it's one guy on... It's different skill. Oh, that's...
Skill number 1.
Oh.
The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer would have an opportunity to learn the layout of client corporations. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. And a good prosecutor would be well versed in the ways of a criminal. And... Oh.
Oh, maybe when skill number 3 drops. Yeah, grass.
What?
Oh!
Oh! Detective Bad! What the hell? Where'd you come from? Holy shit!
Gun. It was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind, because the lead detective on the case hid it all away. Oh,
The fuck, Detective Bad? You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu with a fucking gun?
You, the person, not Edgeworth.
No, thank you.
I've been looking for you a long time. 7 long years. But I finally got you.
Why, Mr. Bad, long time no see. What happened to us? We used to be such a great team.
You were such a great team, then why'd you kill my father 7 years ago?
Why, indeed. It was nothing personal, really. He was just another person I had to kill.
How can you say that?
I grow weary of this, and it's about time for everything to come to an end.
No!
And this time, I won't miss.
You! No, stop!
You!
Kay!
It's over, Sheena.
Your leg!
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Agent Lang!
Yeah.
You idiot. What were you thinking jumping in front of my gun like that? What are you risking your life for?
I'm sorry, Detective Bad, but no matter what sort of past she may have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. As long as she is, I can't allow any harm to come to her, not even from you.
You really are an idiot, you know that.
That's fine with me. You should know by now that this is just how I am. Hey, sis. Yes? I want you to conduct a full body search. Sheena might have another weapon on her. All right. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please.
Sir.
Oh.
Hey, I found something.
5 guns. Oh, that's convenient.
What is this, sir? Looks like the blade of a knife, but
Yeah.
it doesn't have a handle.
Oh, this is a great find, Detective.
Huh? It is, sir?
I would say it's almost salary increasing. Let's try pairing up this blade with this handle.
I can
doesn't-
afford
doesn't-
ramen.
Take that! I believe this blade actually belongs with the handle that was on the murder weapon.
Hey, they fit together perfectly.
This blade must have been taken in from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched.
I'm going to return this Babalee's knife now.
Alright. I trust that you'll make sure that it is returned to Ambassador Polino. Family's knife handle given to Detective Gumshoe. I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it, Callisto you. For the only time the handles could have been switched is just after Coney Mansion's murder.
Because
Mr.
we
Cochin's
just have
murder.
a whole nother body.
Which means that you must be Mr. Cochin's killer, by that logic. You killed Mr. Cochin with the Alabastrian knife. He's dead. I'm dead. Switched the handles and then took the original blade of the Bobbly's knife with you. Later you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kane near the open air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. Does that about sum it up?
Objection!
Oh, well.
I forgot she had a voice.
You craft an engaging tale, Edgeworth, but there are two problems with it.
Problems? In what respect?
What do you think my real reason was in allowing her to chase after me? It was all so I could capture Kay Faraday.
What?
When I saw you using that device at Gatewaterland, I knew right away that you were Byrne Faraday's daughter. I became curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were on the trail of the Yatagarasu.
So that's why you tried to pin Mr. Cochin's murder on me?
Yes, I knew you would show up at this embassy tonight. So I thought to use you, but pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal.
You had another?
Yes. Once I had you under arrest, I had planned to search you and take back the device that rightfully belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu.
You're going to take little thief away from me? Also, is Lane still
7 years.
bleeding on the floor? Is he okay?
Does he need a
He'll be
bandage?
fine. He'll be fine. Everyone has infinite blood, don't you know?
You just killed someone!
He
Again!
had infinite blood too.
That would douse the fires?
That's what doused the
Oh my God.
fire.
Holy what?
Holy shit,
I
that's
had-
morbid as hell.
I had to kill him to use his infinite blood to put out the fire.
No, I
Come
think
on.
that solves everything. No wonder, that was your second reason. Oh my gosh. How logically wrong this all is.
7 years ago, it was thanks to that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. But he stole more than he should have. I had a tough time recovering that precious key.
Then the person who stole the Yatagara's key was Mr. Faraday.
You. That incident 7 years ago. What was the catalyst behind it?
In the eyes of the smuggling ring, the Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't an especially pleasant assignment.
Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu?
Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
from the beginning. What is that supposed to mean?
The person I take orders from hasn't changed. Even now, to this day.
Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Cochin? Then the real ringleader is still out there pulling the strings.
Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going.
Holy shit, Agent Lang, get a band-aid!
And you're going to tell me everything you did tonight. Do you understand, Sheena?
I guess I should tell you then that I was the one who set the Babalese embassy on fire.
Which time?
Fucking committing arson, why the hell did you do that?
I suppose it was to destroy all evidence of the counterfeit bills.
That was what the smuggling ring was trying to do? Then why start 2 fires?
Sorry, but I can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation, after all. I've had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride. I got my sunglasses again.
Wait, Miss Sheena! I'm glad you got your sunglasses back, but you're a bitch.
Yes.
When I fell to the floor earlier, these fell at my feet.
What about them?
New evidence unlocked?
It's this. I noticed the hole. It's this. Remember last time when I said I noticed the hole in this thing? It's that. It's the same things. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I got really excited because I noticed that last time.
I think the ghost of Phoenix Wright just possessed us for a little bit.
Oh my god, it's kind of sick.
There's just pretty hair sticks that I thought, well, I should return them to you. Oh god, I just jumped the plot by figuring that one out. Oh no. I'm so right, I'm convinced. Mirror 2, I don't give a shit.
You can have them. They're of no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them
I
away.
think Ernest Amato was a part of the ring, but I don't think he was the guy in charge. It's probably Old Man Jenkins because of the potted plant, and we're running out of characters. No, I want to keep them.
Suit yourself. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot Edgeworth.
Oh, hello.
About the second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight.
Oh, NVM. We solved no murders.
Excuse me, what?
I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will.
What kind of hint is this?
Mr. Prosecutor,
Yes, Agent Lang.
mark my words, I'm not done here and I'll be back.
You should get medical care.
It's got nothing to do with duty or anything, because this has become my personal case. I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be.
His anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg. He still should get bandages. Go to get some emergency
I'm
care,
not
holy
fucking
shit.
stupid, I'm gonna get some bandages, you don't have to say it.
Listen, I'm concerned. You were cool. Well, it's finally over, Kay.
Kinda? We didn't solve any murders, I guess. I feel like I've peered into her heart a little, you know? It's so cold and dark, incredibly lonely. The person who was giving her all these commands. The one who thought my father was a problem to be removed.
That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring.
Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me?
No, absolutely.
They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling for the Jam and Ninja show. But until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome.
I understand. I'll take good care of them for you and put them in my organizer. Wait, no.
Oh my god.
There's a bit of soil stuck on the ends of these sticks.
I'm so fucking in it, man. The game hasn't even talked to me about this yet. Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's in my organizer.
It's from the potted plants, motherfucker.
Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh?
So it's midnight. It's the dawn of another day.
Goodbye,
No Pie Day!
It's the Ides of March.
We had that entire conversation, all of that, within the span of 24 minutes?
But since we got her before midnight, that means you got that Among Us guy on the same day.
Damn, you're right. Holy shit, it all comes full circle.
We've been fucking busy.
Huh. Hey, Pops, thanks a bunch. You've really done a lot for everyone all these years.
Detective Bad. Wait, don't tell me today is the day.
Yeah, it is. With this, I could retire in peace. It was down to the wire, and we almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything. That I personally
But... Well, alright, but that's just it. We haven't solved everything yet. The ringleader of the smuggling ring, you, the Yatagarasu were chasing after.
The legend of Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier was brilliant.
Oh, what? Oh, thank you.
I was watching from the next room, waiting to point a gun at someone.
This was a good entrance. I was it was powerful. And you saved Kay, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
This was epic. I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you. Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Were you also a part of the Yatagarasu? As I said to you earlier, Kay, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you. Uncle Bad!
Gumshoe.
Help!
Are you okay, Gummy?
Hey, don't take it so seriously.
Okay.
It's all just one big joke, right?
Are you okay, Gumshoe?
I'm doing laundry.
No.
I
Unfortunately,
realized it's late, and the load of laundry I wanted to put in earlier, I forgot.
unfortunately, it isn't.
Oh, come on, sir. She's just yanking on my chain, isn't she, Mr. Edgeworth?
Detective Bad. Wait. No, you're no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu.
Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth. Here, I should give these back to you.
These are... Wait a second. The pages from my KGA case files that the Yatagarasu stole from my office! Hold on a fucking second!
I'm not sorry about the code, actually.
Holy shit, you shot my fucking coat?!
Yeah, you were a big bitch, baby.
Wait, what?
Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night.
What the fuck? No! You shot my coat! So the Yatagarasu stormed my room was you, was it?
Wait, then that means... what? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir.
It's true, even if it's not something you want to hear. The KG8 incident. It was a very emotionally trying case. We stood in that courtroom, Faraday as the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. You was the elder sister of the victim in the case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. That's when we realized that there was a limit to what the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. And that's what we thought at the time. And that's how we formed the Yatagarasu,
Oh my god, the full picture.
and vowed to bring to light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring, including companies that dealt with the Amano Group.
Mr. Amano's conglomerate.
We called ourselves the Yatagarasu and flexed our collective muscle. We exposed all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then, it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart. And Faraday, he died for it. But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KG8 incident?
I have to get up for a second.
We'll go until Gumshoe says a lie. After Faraday's death, I looked into her past, and that's when I found out that she was a phony. The victim of the KG8 incident was CCU. She never had a sister.
Well, that's immensely sus. Holy shit. That means...
Sheena wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto U was just another pseudonym.
Oh my
From the
god.
very beginning, that woman was a spy sent by the smuggling ring.
She said it herself. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning.
Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck onto this page of the case file. Please use it wisely.
Trump card.
That photo that we stuck on there. Try peeling it off. Behind
Ew.
it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago.
What is this? It's the mark of the Yatagarasu, but why?
This is the directives card from the big boss.
It's Metal Gear!
At the back. This was something Cochin had on him at the time of the KG8 incident, 10 years ago. And that blood is from the victim of the incident, the CCU.
But why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu?
The reason why we called ourselves the Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark that the smuggling ring's boss used. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame when set ablaze.
Wait, so you mean the cards were written in Bobbly Sync?
The fact that the card that Cochin was sent made it into Faraday's hand at all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police.
So that's what those white cards are.
The great thief, they used the mark that only those within the ring would know. It was our message to the ringleader that we were only a few steps behind.
3 steps behind. It all makes sense.
And one more thing, Detective Gumshoe, when you come back to do your laundry. Yeah, you'll be back in a minute, I'm sure, so I'll wait.
You might have to fill him in on that sick lore dump you just, shared with us.
That was some sick lore.
Oh my god. You've been at this for, years, and there's a fake in there who was more of a fake. She was like a triple, quintuple agent.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up.
That is immensely fucked up. What did you do? After, the case. Fucked up case.
I tried to shoot her for 7 years.
Did you hit any of the shots?
Well, I almost did just now before some idiot fucking took it. But that's besides the point.
I don't think he's an idiot.
I'm just a little upset.
Just a teeny bit?
Just a little.
Hmm.
She tried shooting you that one time.
That was incredibly fucked up. I did not appreciate that. I was like, it just, not for Kay saying, "Get down, Mr. President," I would have gotten down.
Really, actually,
And not come back up.
Now that I think about it, she's technically pointed a gun at everyone in this room.
It's kind of fucked up.
It's pretty nutty.
Yeah,
I
don't like that.
I don't know if Galactan came back. I don't know. I thought I saw his
I'm
mic.
back.
blink. Okay.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Wait, you gotta
One
tell him the lore.
Anyway, hey, Gumshoe, there were 2 cards. The Yatagarasu card was based off of the smuggling ringleader's card, because the ringleader sends out a card to all his guys telling him what to do, and our card looked the same and say, "Hey, we know about your shit, the smuggling ring." And Callisto Yu was a big phony bitch forever.
She
Also,
fucking.
yeah.
You never had a sister. It was fucked up.
That was crazy shit, Gumshoe. I'm glad you got your laundry done, though. Your coat in the fireplace got fucked up.
We're gonna give him a new coat?
Anyway, I'm entrusting this to you, my lollipop.
I do not want your used lollipop.
I'm just messing with you, it's this.
What is it?
This is what I was talking about earlier. During the KGA incident trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This important, definitive piece of evidence.
But I thought it was stolen. Wait, how do you have it?
The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Amano.
What the fuck?
And he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it was finally, after the other day's kidnapping case.
This seriously all happened in the span of 5 days. I'm terrified.
I think less.
What the fuck? Wait, this video!
But don't come any closer! I'm warning you! Oh shit! That
Wait,
tied
the
into
same
this?
video is... That's the sus Mr. Portsman was trying to conceal from me. Earlier today.
Yeah, it would seem that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amano was preparing to take on the boss someday. The video was his insurance. That's where that prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card.
What the fuck, Jock Sportsman?
You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence.
Then that card was not the calling card of the Yatagarasu? But rather a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. fucking Portsman?
The 2 pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them.
Evidence Mr. Portsman thought to withhold from me.
I'm gonna point out that 2 seconds ago we just learned that the boss really likes it when you burn the card as soon as you read it, and fucking Jacques Portsman decided not to.
What a fucking idiot.
He just didn't.
He certainly is the culprit of all time. And the one you stole from my office last night. All the pieces are illegal, and for me to use either one is...
Whether you use them or not, it's up to you. I don't know if evidence law is a thing when we're not in court, we're just hanging out.
We made a big deal of it in, like, I1-5, if you remember.
Yeah, that shit was weird. I watched it on TV.
Did you like Zeus?
Oh, yeah, that was weird. It was like a cowboy at one point, I think.
Kind of disintegrated for a second. It was messed up.
The lawyer was really struggling with that vase for a while, though. That
I know, right?
That really seemed to stop him.
Only they moved it just a few inches. SMH.
Anyway,
God, I love him.
Those cool pieces of evidence, they will be of help to you when you take on someone who is above the law.
Is the boss one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of? Detected bad. There is no limit to the law, or is the people who determine the limits to them?
You still insist that even now. You really are something else. I leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. It's time to lock up the last remaining member of the Yatagarasu.
Pops.
Don't ever lose your detective spirit.
Pops, why is this happening? This isn't justice.
Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved. Now, let's go.
Yes, sir.
God, he's
They're
so
writing
cool.
Galactan out of the case.
I hear they have a cool baseball team in Ace Attorney Jail.
It's true. Is this really the end of a legend? To be continued.
Damn, a lot of
What
shit
the
happened in that
fuck?
part.
Oh my god.
And there's still like 800 things we have to solve. We have 2 bodies, the statue and the knives were still switched, we have the fucking photograph, there are 2 fires, which seems to be... yeah, there's a lot still, so... oh boy.
Didn't Sheena admit to starting both of them?
I thought Sheena admitted to
She
starting...
did start both of them.
She started both of them, but she didn't say why she did it twice. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we're in the latter half now.
Yeah, how about
Yay.
that?
I wonder how long that'll take.
Surely won't be much longer. It's
Gumshoe's
this
back.
ladder, right?
Hey, it's the Eyes of
Oh,
Mars!
yeah, I'm back. Galactan's still alive.
Of course you're still alive, detective. We're the squad. All of us are voiced by one different voice actor.
That is true.
Really nice how that worked out, like, forever ago.
It's quite
really
epic.
is.
Really, I'm new, I know, but, like... you guys aren't.
Indeed, we're like the 3 amigos and the 4th amigo. I learned that from Pokemon Black and White.
Miles Edgeworth.
Yes.
What makes me the 4th amigo?
No, you're not the... No! I was saying
Wait,
we're the
am I the
original
4th
3
amigo?
amigos. You're the 4th. Well... because, you know, there's the 3 Musketeers and the one... it was in the Pokemon lore. In Pokemon Black... Please don't whip me.
Your thin fucking ice.
So now we know who the Yatagarasu really was. We cleared that all up. And yet, there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved.
Like, how's the weapons cross country lines, for example? The 2 countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in.
Smuggling them in, huh? We will need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. But before we do, I'd like to go through my evidence once more.
Oh,
Time to go
another
do some cleaning. Unnecessary evidence gets fucking dumped, lol. Remaining evidence has been reshuffled.
Sir, it's kind of weird that you just kind of spilled all that shit on the floor.
Yeah, let's...
I don't know what you're talking
what do
about.
I have? How are we doing? So got the key, got the name, got the statue, got the bills. Still got the flowers.
Still have the spear.
Still got the spear. Got rid of the perfume, which means Edgeworth just fucking chucked that shit after Kay held onto it for like 800 years.
No, I gave it back to Kay.
I don't really want it anymore. We got her.
Well, what do you want me to do with it?
I don't know, just chuck it on the floor with that other shit.
You should wear it, sir.
Francisco, do you need some perfume?
You got rid of the Spirit Halloween lantern? We proved one thing burns green, and you said, that's enough of that.
Well, it was taking up inventory space, and we don't need it.
Oh my god. I don't remember if this line was read.
Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. No, I started to complain about Edgeworth's littering habits instead.
Okay.
Now we can see what's on the tape Detective Bad gave us. This is gonna be some real earth-shattering stuff, I bet.
This piece of evidence from the KG-8 incident, hidden from sight for 10 long years. I just know that this is related to the current case somehow. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
Somebody... he took the wrong tape.
Sure thing, sir.
I hope it's not Jack's being balling.
Check it out, gamers. I'm balling.
Oh, please, no.
Oh shit, it's Coney Mansion.
It's me, I'm Coney Mansion. This man, it's Coney Mansion.
He's got a knife.
It's me, Coney Mansion.
And he's holding a knife in his hand.
I'm holding a knife.
This looks like footage from a security camera at the entrance of an apartment building.
An apartment building? How do you figure that?
Unlike you, I actually read the summary file on the KG-8 incident. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment.
That's fucked up. So this footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment building.
At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of footage existed.
So both times the fucking smuggling ring was like, kill some people. They just kept doing it in front of live video fucking cameras. Could they consider not doing that? Kinda suck.
However, no one could find it.
Yes. Somehow, someone was able to steal it and hide it through Mr. Ernest Amano.
I know, I wonder who. I can see how this would have been a definitive piece. Why someone would want to hide it.
But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to this case we're working on now, sir.
Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman to retrieve it. He killed Jim, which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader.
Where? Where?
Holy shit, frame by frame, detective. Wait, what was that?
Huh?
That bit you played just now. Please show it once more. Fucking car. This car. This is something we cannot overlook. Holy shit.
Why is that, sir?
Look here, Detective Gumshoe.
Look at that fun flag showing where you are, who you are.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why are they take that? What? This is the national flag of the Principality of Cadopia.
Why is the smuggling ring so stupid?
What the hell is the smuggling ring? Because it has the national.
Not so good at murder.
Yeah,
Because
great at
it's the national
smuggling.
flag on it.
That's fair.
We know this to be A, an official government car, and B, they really suck at murdering, and I'm glad for that. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government car doing there?
Right,
What the hell is this
it literally
shit?
is the only two characters that could possibly be left. It's me! Hello! I love putting my flags on my vehicles! Miss Von Carmen, Mr. Edgeworth, so you were here all this time. I really scooted away and some shit happened. There are Heelys underneath these robes.
Ambassador Alba.
Thank you very much for continuing the investigation, even at this time of night. The Ides of March. If only I was a tiny bit more careful. This tragedy would never have happened. I am truly sorry.
This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were.
You idiot Quercus! You could have chased after a simple thief! Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came looking for the two of you. I would like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that?
Excuse me?
Fuck! I heard you apprehended the thief that turned this embassy upside down. And we are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. By the way, now it's definitely me because I'm trying to stop it from happening.
This is immensely coincidentally timed, Ambassador.
Anyway, we can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. You're scaring the visitors away. It's midnight. The visitors love the embassy at midnight. So I hope that you can understand how I feel.
But we must finish our Ace Attorney investigation and resolve the remaining issues.
Why don't we leave the rest to the Alabastian and Babalese police?
Ambassador, we are so close. Just a little more and...
Miss Von Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. And without my permission, you can't proceed with your investigation anyway, right?
That's true, however.
As he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastian soil. In which case, we are nothing but foreigners in their land. Is this really where our Ace Attorney investigation ends?
Hold it!
Oh god, that was fast. Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Shifu, this way.
Wait, how's your leg?
Yo. We're not gonna talk about my fucking leg right now. I'm making my way over there. I'm schmoovin'. I got the X shades.
Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly.
If I laid back and took a break, I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor.
But you
Agent
need to
Lang,
heal.
why have you returned? You got shot.
Because I have to solve this case no matter what.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to inform you. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief, and so...
Grr.
Under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable.
At this rate, our Ace Attorney investigation really will come to a close.
Not so fast. Ambassador Alba, I get it now. I really do.
Oh, I'm very glad you understand how I feel. I have many feelings.
No, not that. What I was talking about is... I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder.
Oh!
What the hell?
That's crazy. You figured it out while in the hospital room?
You.
No?
Killer?
Do you really mean that, Agent Lang? That'd be fucking crazy.
Wolves don't lie.
Then who is it?
Well, let me first say that I'm not talking about Mr. Kochen's murder.
Oh, okay.
That was all Sheena. Langzi says, the truth lies not at the exits, but rather shines outside the maze itself. The truth is unexpectedly simple. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damask 2's killer? I'll tell you who. It was you, Franziska von Karma!
What
What?
the fuck?
Insane swerve.
Sir, I think this man might be a worse detective than I am.
I
I tend to agree. What was
Mr.
that, Francisca?
Mr. Edgeworth, is his like brain in his leg where he was shot?
I was the
Francisca,
killer.
Hey, wait,
you were the killer.
but that's impossible.
Yeah! Although that whip is actually quite...
Hold your tongue in that ludicrous remark you were about to make.
Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of murder?
Yeah, I am.
He doesn't appear to be joking.
Hey, sis. I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech. He called you into his office, right?
Like, he's not that stupid. There has to be, like, a play or something.
Yes, he did. But what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabast and Babal, did you not?
Objection!
Objection! And there is your evidence that I am the killer?
Not so fast!
Not so fast! I was just getting to that. Trust me, I'll show them to you in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grant me permission?
I'm thinking, with things as they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Good! Let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. As if I would have any reason to flee. But just so we're clear, your logic had better be sound. Because I'll accept nothing short of a perfect explanation.
She seems rather upset. Not that I blame her.
I expected you to accept no less.
Hey, well, at least now the entire Pokemon Black and White amigos have all been accused, right? You know,
I guess so. Just kind of a first.
add to the
Francisco.
bingo.
Yeah.
This is the first time Francisco's been accused of murder.
This fucking sucks, I have to admit.
Yeah, it kind of does fucking suck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does suck, doesn't it, Francisca?
It really does suck.
I wouldn't
I
know
don't
anything
like
about
it.
murder. I'm but an old man who probably didn't have anything to do with anything. I'm sure.
Well, we'll see it, but as the wrong character. But we'll see how long you keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that. Arr.
Hold it!
Hold it! Agent Lang. As someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part. And so that I may clean up my superior's mess. Oh, look at that, look at that. I'm gonna flip it around.
I guess I should. The more the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery.
Oh, in that case, I want to join in too. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabast yet.
If you let Kay in, then you've got to let me in too.
We're not
Ow.
getting written out anymore.
I can't sit around and do nothing when Miss Von Karma's in trouble.
Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, okay?
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and raring to go.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something that you're supposed to be excited over. Like, this is one hell of a switch.
Sounds like this is going to get real interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride.
Very well, whatever. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now let's go.
Okay, let's all zoom on to my house.
We're all zooming over to his house.
We're zooming over to your house.
Welcome back to my house. Please, whatever you do, don't look at my potted plants again.
Well, I need to present my badge, so you don't need to worry about that.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd like to see it.
Okay, now, let's first go over the facts one more time. Manny Cochin's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babal. The weapon that took his life was one of Alabast's ornamental knives. And then the body of Damask II, Mr. Kashino, was found here in the Alabastian ambassador's office. Through our investigation, we found that the murder weapon was this Primadux statue. And that this is actually the Ball statue.
That would cause an international incident.
This case, no matter how I look at it. Sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else who could have pulled this off.
Objection!
Objection! Agent Lang, do you understand the full implications of what you are saying? Of course I do, sis. And I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring, and you wanted any evidence you could find. So, while people were distracted by the Yatagarasu's appearance, you snuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other. You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fire.
Objection!
Objection! You left all that for two. How do you explain the movement of the weapons? Don't worry, I plan to show that you're the culprit behind that, too. You had permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could have easily taken the weapons across country lines. Hey, now!
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Look, sis, I thought I already told you. I'm not messing around here. Urgh. This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring. But Sheena certainly is tied to the smuggling ring.
He's right in saying that she's a member of the smuggling ring. By that I mean Sheena. However, the connection between this case and the ring... Wait, could it not be deeper than what any of us can imagine?
Grr. Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already.
Circus, Francisca, you need to calm down.
He caught my fucking whip, Miles Edgeworth.
Well, shouldn't you be prepared for that?
Why the fuck don't you ever do it?
Because,
Bitch!
I don't have a...
Edgeworth, you have to learn to block the overhead.
You have to learn to block my fucking overhead, Miles Edgeworth.
Wasn't in a fighting game, no. No. I have to learn how to block the overhead. But because you only know the facts of the Alabastine side of the case, I don't believe that you can see the case as a whole, and therefore solve it.
What?
But don't worry, I am taking this seriously as well, and I will prove your innocence.
That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well.
Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Damask II.
You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Lang. If you can't figure out how the murder of Damask II is related to the smuggling ring, then it will mean the end of our investigation.
As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do.
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. Let's get started.
Alright, yes, let's. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
We're not even investigating. Okay, we're just going right to it.
Oh.
I'm going right
shit.
into it. I'm glaring at you. I'm arguing with you.
You're arguing with me.
One of Alabast's knives was used in Babal to murder Mr. Kochin. And the murder weapon in the killing of Damask II is Babal's Primadux statue. Somehow, these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. The only one who traversed the two countries just before and after the crimes was you.
So as long as I can't explain how the weapons moved about, Francisco will remain a suspect?
You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. So why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility, but there's only one that's plausible. Your boss.
Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you lost sight of yourself. You're not even asking about my persona anymore.
What are you talking about?
By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Zi never said anything to that effect.
You prosecutor. Who do you think you are, speaking about Lang Zi's proverbs like that?
I don't need his proverbs. Because my words are all you need, are all you will need to see the truth.
That clock is wrong.
But...
What about alabaster knives?
Hold it!
Hold it! Well, I concur that this knife crossed over country lines, yes?
Good, but that's not the only thing that did. We mustn't forget about the other weapon. The knife was only one.
Great press.
Prima statue.
Hold it! So you're saying that the Prima statue was also brought over by Francisca? That's...
Like I told you before, that's the only way that makes sense.
Hold it!
Hold it! And how exactly did she bring it over?
I haven't figured that out yet.
That's a rather weak statement, considering how sure you are.
Maybe, but there is one thing I do know for sure. Impenetrable security.
Hold it! Impenetrable. Oh, well, I should hardly think so.
Not so fast!
Not so fast! You've seen the top of the wall between the two countries, right? Who in the world could cross over that?
Yeah, not even I could climb over that thing with all that barbed wire.
The only way into either embassy is through the doors in the Theatrum Neutralis. So the only way for the knife and the Prima statue to traverse the two countries is through those security camera-equipped, well-guarded doors. The only one who traveled the countries was you.
Hold it!
Hold it! Was Francisca really the only person to have traveled between the two countries?
According to the guards at both doors, she is the only one to go back and forth. Sis there was in Alabast when the Yatagarasu showed. And then, just before you guys found Mr. Kochen's body, she entered Babal. I think we can assume that's when she brought the knife into Babal.
Objection!
Objection! Then how do you explain the Prima statue?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. However, the fact that the two weapons crossed the border proves that the killer must have also traveled across the country lines.
The only things to cross the border are the Prima statue and the knife. I should hardly think that those are the only two items, Agent Lang.
Yeah, we got that. I don't know if this is the right statement, but we still have the magic flying thing. Is this the right one? Yeah. That's still completely unaccounted for.
Bum 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 bum.
I was looking at my other shit real quick.
I like this confrontation theme.
This might be the completely wrong statement to put this on, but I'm going for impenetrable security in particular. I mean, like, I guess I could also say it's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Objection!
Objection.
Never mind.
Agent Lang, about this piece of evidence.
Incorrect.
Dude,
I'll
what
go
the
back.
fuck are you doing? Not so fast! Langsy says, confidence is like a soul, and words without confidence are but empty shells. Shouldn't waste your breath on words you have no confidence in, Mr. Prosecutor. Although it's just as bad to say something in full confidence and be wrong.
Ah,
Are you gonna let him lecture you about your self-confidence like that?
I don't need to be overflowing with self-confidence, I just need to think rationally. After all, I only need to be confident in the facts.
I'm looking this way. Now I'm looking
Unless
at
it's
you.
yeah.
I like that gesture a lot. It always
Yeah,
stuck out to me when I first played this game, Agent Lang.
I also like this gesture. That's why I make it.
I'll go.
It's just like
oh, whoops. Wrong button.
It's like you're giving me a hand.
Objection!
Oh
Objection!
no, I'm completely wrong. Okay.
Agent Lang, could you look at this evidence?
I'm completely
Tell
wrong.
me I'm right.
Gotcha.
You see that there's a very big flaw in your logic.
I
It's
learned
a
it-
switch to...
It's switched
Flaw!
over.
Are you sure it's not your eyes that are flawed? Talk to me again when you can see straight.
Maybe this wasn't the piece I was looking for after all.
I was just shot and I had better vision than you.
You were shot in the leg.
Okay, I have really no argument.
And?
How does that affect your vision again?
What am I holding on to in my days?
I'm looking behind me now. Sheena used to be behind me. She isn't anymore.
I'm sorry, Agent Lang.
Sir,
How is
I
Agent
can
Sheena?
teleport out of jail to bring you documents. Don't worry.
That'd be really fucked up.
I mean, I can't say that this was because Sheena had this, and you know, I'm on potted plant thing, but it seems like we're just diving into that. It feels way too early to be talking about potted plant theory.
You did
Would you
mention
like a
another
handshake,
object.
Mr. Prosecutor?
Wait, what'd you say?
Would you like a handshake, Mr. Prosecutor?
Oh, I'd love a handshake.
I can't present my profiles in this game.
Wait. Why don't we present the picture of Flying Man at this statement?
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention.
you can't present
Oh, that's all
profiles in
good.
this game, so I'm locked out of anything on that side.
You see, I play chess, Agent Lang, and I think I understand what you're putting down. Even if it's crazy shit, I have to say. But I like the cut of your jib. That was my compliment.
Where was the guitar pick found?
Boom.
I don't remember. I
It's
think
found
the
at
water
open-
fountain.
It was found in Babal,
Uh,
but it was wet.
also note some. This is probably irrelevant right now, but I did notice that the guitar pick strongly resembles the petals of the flower in the room we're in right now.
Hmm.
We'll remember that one for later.
Bum, bum.
Yeah, the only I feel like I could go the potted plant theory, but I feel like it's too far out, man. Like, Sheena had these, and I think they came from this room, but I don't really have anything else to press here. These two objects were able to penetrate. It's not, unless the problem is the word two. That's what got my goat here. Hold up. I haven't done one of these in a while, but you know, I'm feeling very not confident.
I'm breaking your bones, streamer.
I'll try potted plant theory. It's the
Like
only
that.
idea. It's the only idea I have right now. I don't think it's right though.
Objection!
Objection. I don't think I'm correct here.
Go back!
You're not. I'm about to quote my fucking Langzy. Langzy says, "You a bitch."
What the fuck?
Oh my god! I didn't know
What
you were
the
a
hell?
bitch. Why is this the thing? Why is this the
Ancient
part of the
Zen
game that
proverb.
stumps me?
I think you're overthinking it.
What are the other statements we have here?
The other statements are just the murder weapon is the statue, and the murder weapon is the knife. I think those are just correct.
I think what I really like about this theme is when like the Allegro version hits, it like fills in like a lot of the empty parts of the song, and you're just like, oh, it's a nice compliment. So I remember like the Allegro version of this theme like really sticking with me.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I mean, the
How
nub-
would- Damask 2 have gotten the note from Manny Cochin on one side, and then taken it to, he would have, yeah, that,
right? Well, I mean, we don't know how Damask 2 got the note though. It could have just been fucking sent in the mail.
well,
I'll try it. I'll hit load if I'm wrong on this one, but I'm back up a statement.
no, the last statement. Because Damask 2, under this theory, Damask 2 would have also had to cross from one side to the other.
Dude, let's just present everything to everything. Oh fuck! I keep hitting that.
Objection!
Objection. I'm
Overrated.
correct.
Breaking your bone.
Overrated.
I'm breaking your bone.
We'll load for once in
Breaking
this
your
game. We
bone.
haven't done this in a while.
What? What? Hello, Agent Lang.
I've never broken a bone in my life.
Oh, how polite. I have a funny feeling that you're wrong, but it seems temporarily.
I also haven't tried the fun sticks on this one. If we're going to 2 to 3 objects, 'cause, that's a big thought. So I'll just do it again. It's the only thoughts I have.
Objection!
It's always wrong.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying note on the last statement would be
I'll try. I'll try it just for you.
Like I'm breaking your bones.
I don't think
Ow,
this.
my
I
bones.
think he could have just got it in the mail, but maybe I'm letting my bias of Damask 1, who got all his notes through blackmail.
It's true.
Bias my opinion a little bit.
I got blackmailed.
Objection!
We're all wrong.
Objection.
Damn,
Hey.
I'm stupid.
Not so fast.
Well,
Lindsay says,
No
I'm gonna break your
no
bones.
one's smart here.
What is the anti-breaking bones technique from the Lang Z family?
Oh no, we're
Lindsay
stumped.
says, your bones are healed.
Oh my god, thank you, Lang Z. I'm
Okay,
so glad
let's-
you learned temporal anomalies just for this occasion.
Read all my shit, except for the badge. Let's just. Okay, picture that. I don't see. Even if I don't think it's helpful, I'm looking at everything. Okay, it's the countries. Great. Manny Cochin is dead.
Coney Mansion Disco Palace.
The body wasn't badly burned by the fire. Unless I say it's Manny Cochin. Put a pin in that one. I'm still gonna look at everything, but
Coney Mansion Disco Palace.
put a pin in Manny Cochin. Yatagarasu knife. The blade. We seem to be in agreement on this thing. The statues we seem to be in agreement on. Cadopian ink. Great. I don't think the smuggling is useful. These flowers will come back to me. We've said that it can't be the note. Statues we know. Fuck you, Larry. Fuck you, hot dogs. Guitar pick is a big mystery. Put a pin
Who's
in
the
that.
real mystery now, dog?
We tried the photo. There were fires. The wire. Maybe? I'm gonna try Insane Manny Cochin play first. But I guess we can be very picky and say there are 2 statues that had to be switched. But I'm gonna go Coney Mansion arc because I feel like it's insane. And I want to get it out.
Coney Mansion Arc.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
That statement now just stands in the contradiction of this piece of evidence.
This is a
That
new
thing
one?
has nothing to do with what I was saying. Now put it away. And your logic is so badly in need of repair that you might as well throw it out too.
Wow.
The real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are as worthless at worthless at a crime scene.
You dare to insult the courts again?
I'm insulting you, bitch.
You asshole!
Well, which statue do I want to... This was the one that was used as a weapon. So we want to mention that... Yeah, okay, I'll go for it.
Sorry,
Objection.
have we
Oh, okay,
tried
it was
this
statue.
one?
Yay, it was 2 to 3! Statue! Woo!
Statue. Agent Lang, I feel like my bones have been fucking broken, but these 2 items are not the only 2 to cross the border tonight.
That one really stumped me. I don't know why, that one got me.
I think you're just overthinking it.
No, I did tell you you were overthinking it.
Yeah, but it
Mass-
didn't help.
Oh.
I
The
can't
Mass
help
2
but
was killed with
overthink.
the boss. It's true, it's a hard habit. I suffer too, as Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney Investigator. But Damask 2 was killed with Babal's Primadux statue, yes?
I got 2, the plants got me good.
But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabast's Primadux statue go?
To a ball.
Precisely. Well, and if the 2 statues really were switched, then this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies.
I guess so. But you know what? It doesn't matter the number of items, only that the sis is the only one who could have done it. He's the only person who went back and forth between Alabast and Babal is her.
Is that really true? Was there no one else who traveled between the 2 countries? Actually, there was definitely another person. One who paid a visit to both sides of the wall. Oh. Yeah, this is weird. I see.
Objection!
Objection. Is that really so, Agent Lang?
What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked out what the guard said, along with the security camera's footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easily.
Objection!
Objection. But suppose there was some other way other than through those theater doors.
What other way?
The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed. If I pointed out, it would open up a whole new possibility. No, I hesitate to bring this out. As long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility.
Looks like you've got some clever idea in mind.
I do, and I can show it to you through a simple piece of evidence.
Now it's the photo.
Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me this other route.
This piece of evidence will show us another way to move between the two countries.
Now it's the photo.
Take that!
Take that. Agent Lang, I'm sure you are familiar with this unforgettable photo.
That supernatural photo, like I said before. Humans can't fly.
No shit. No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well.
Don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either.
I wouldn't dream of, like, claiming that. That's fucking insane.
And I won't allow you to take back what you've said either. I'll say it again, it's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. You'd better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor.
But how can I prove who it was that flew through the air in this photo? Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka! Very well. You will have your explanation.
Sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within this photo's blurry, trailed shadow is...
I can't present profiles. It's the statues, right? Not humanly possible. That's how the statues swapped? Thoughts?
Yeah.
Thoughts, yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Take that!
Take that!
Oh,
This is the
didn't like it.
Facebook. Oh shit, well.
I think you presented the wrong statue.
Well, they both
That's
have
so
to be
bad.
swapped.
I thought I said that you'd better have a good
Well, yeah, but-
explanation.
The one in the photo is specifically flying towards Alabast, so... Or whichever side of the building we're on right now, I forget, so...
Alabast.
Yeah, so the Bobolese statue would be the one in the photo.
This game hates me.
I can't make heads or tails of what you're trying to say with that.
Was I wrong?
Come on, hurry up and show me what that shadow that's flying through the air is.
Even if you had not barked at me, or barked that at me, I would have gladly done so, Agent Lang. Let me go think this over one more time. That man-shaped shadow that flew through the air, wrapped in the darkness of the night. Its real shape can only be this one thing.
Let's hear it.
The other statue. Right, that's it. If it's not, then it actually is Coney Mansion Arc.
Take that!
Take that. Naturally, the statue is the third smuggled object, the Primodoc statue replica.
You can't be serious.
The Yatagarasu, or rather Callisto U, dressed as Agent Sheena, was inside Babal. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air.
Not so fast!
Not so fast. Ha, Mr. Prosecutor. You left out a very crucial bit in your explanation.
I know I did.
She launched it through the air? Huh. And how exactly did she do that?
He's literally baring his fangs at me. but he has a point.
This has something to do with the wire, but
How exactly did it move through the
Yeah.
air like that?
It's
As long
the
as this
wire.
remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth.
Seem to
Sorry.
move fast. That's the thing. So like wire plus blank.
This reminds me. Didn't you say this earlier?
I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech, he called you into his office, right?
So just before the murder, Francisco was called here right into this very room. If that's the case, then that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I would need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma.
Well, what are you up to now, pretty boy?
Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba has called for her. And for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer.
Yeah, I guess I did say something like that.
In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is.
Ha! You really think a criminal would tell us the honest truth? How dare you! As I've said numerous times, there's absolutely no proof that I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you're suspecting Toll.
I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time. Which is why I would like to hear about it from you. Francisca, I feel that I still don't have enough information. Which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case.
All right. So, what would you like me to talk about?
I'd like you to please testify to your movements up until you came into this room.
Alright, let's try this your way for a change. But if what she has to say turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl. No!
As you wish.
All right, I'm gonna
Hello,
get up for
Francisco.
like just for like just a minute. I'll be right back.
I'm glaring at you, Miles Edgeworth.
You're glaring at me. Today, Francisca Von Karma, on the Ides of March.
It is the Ides of March, Miles Edgeworth.
Indeed.
We're going
What
to be
is...
battling now, Miles Edgeworth.
Does the state's significance relate to that then? The Ides of March?
Probably.
Well, you know what happens on the Ides of...
Francisco von Karma would fucking know this shit, but I am a stupid bitch, and I have no shit.
No, you're not stupid. I only barely remember because I have the book with commentary.
Isn't that
Yeah, it's
that
a mark.
fucking day where Caesar got stabbed to shit?
Yeah, that's where he got stabbed to shit, yeah.
I see.
Because I don't remember who said it, but someone told him, beware the Ides of March. And that's like where the date comes from.
Damn, he should have beward the Ides of March.
I know,
Skill issue.
right? Huge skill issue. Fucking Caesar, dude.
Sounds like he shouldn't have gotten stabbed 32
Yeah, I
times.
know.
Who got stabbed 30 times?
Caesar
Caesar.
Yeah, whoops. Sucks.
shouldn't have done that.
Should just dodge the knives.
As I said earlier, that's a fucking difficult word to say in this accent. I was assigned to the guard duty in the Alabastian embassy. After I saw the steel samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office.
Francisca, I want us to make this very clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct?
Yes, of course.
I see. For now, the only way that I can see for us to break out of the situation is to ask Francisca about her testimony in more detail, so I'm going to press the shit out of her.
I'd probably get whipped.
No, absolutely.
Miles Edward, my whip is at the ready.
Hold it!
Hold
Just
it.
like it was when I was on guard duty in the embassy.
Well, I thought your duty was to fact-find anything you could about the smuggling ring.
Yes, that was my job. But upon hearing that the Yadagarasu had sent a calling card to the ambassador, Ambassador Alba called upon us to protect the embassy instead. It's that incident 7 years ago, or have you forgotten what happened here back then?
Anything related to that case we were involved in appears to be rather painful for her. It's not exactly one I can readily forget myself.
It looks like you remember the case after all.
Of course I do.
I inspected every location, every possible escape route, and every aspect of the police security detail. I did all that, and then after I saw the Steel Samurai, you love him, Maya Zedka.
I do. Very astute observation. So you were watching him at the theater as well, or were you there at the theater?
Yes, and I suppose you were also there as well, watching that stage show?
Well, yes. Oh shit, so Francisca was there. Oh boy.
After the show was over, I saw the Steel Samurai off. Rose Garden.
Hold it!
Hold it! Why did you need to confirm the degree of preparation for even the speech?
For security's sake, of course. What other reason would I have had? No one knew just how the Yadagarasu had planned on getting in, right?
Yes, I suppose you're right.
And in the end, the Yadagarasu did choose to appear in the Rose Garden. Even if it did turn out to be nothing more than a shadow. Who'd have thought that she would use a shadow?
God damn it! Calm down, Francisca! Ow! She must still be nursing a grudge over the fact that she couldn't figure it out herself. Also, ow!
Anyway, there was no one in the Rose Garden. We were aware that the speech was set to start soon after. I was caught back by Ambassador Alba.
Hold it, that must be really painful to say.
Every fucking word in the English language is torture to say in this fucking accent.
I'm so sorry. It's accents, they're not an exact science.
Yeah, I've been told the Apollo Justice guy is German too, so...
Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to learn how to do that, because I said I'd voice the prosecutor in that game.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, at that time, the Mass 2's Wati had yet to be found in this room, is that correct?
That's right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence.
I'm large!
A criminal will say anything to get out of being arrested. How do we know you're not lying? Well, if you need proof, I'd be happy to oblige you. Seriously? Like I keep telling you. When I arrived at this office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box in the windowsill, watering his plants.
I can attest to that. We were talking about the plants, thank God. Nothing ever suspicious about my plants. I remember speaking with a lovely lady around that time here in my office. It was great. It was epic.
Alright then, add that statement to your testimony and let's hear some details.
So Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time, was he? I mean, it makes sense.
When I arrived, Ambassador Alba was watering the flowers on the windowsill.
Hold it!
Hold it. For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill?
What do you mean by that?
The entrance to this room is on this side, however the window is on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when you entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing. Is that not correct?
I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him.
Got it. I understand it all.
But fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an immovable wall.
The plants were used for the cable to move the statues on both sides.
I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me. With a watering can in his hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right?
I suppose.
After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself and is growing them with the utmost care, you know.
Yes! The plants in this room, they're all like my children.
Even your Cheopet?
He's my oldest.
Oh.
Call him Alba Jr.
Okay.
The passion flowers in the window box on the in the flower box on the windowsill are growing beautifully too. All 4 of them are in full bloom.
Miss Von Karma, what did you just say just now?
I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement do you not understand?
What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. I'd like for you to append that too, that statement to your testimony.
Very well. There are 4 large passion
More the
flowers in
press.
full bloom in the flower box.
Hold it!
6 the press, my god. Hold it, I'd like to confirm this with you one more time. There were 4 passion flowers in bloom in that box, correct?
Yes, I should hardly think I could have miscounted such eye-catching flowers.
Oh, there must be a deeper meaning to this statement. And it appears that I must take a gamble on its meaning for me to make any progress. The Prima-Duc statues were already switched by the time the murder happened. In light of that fact, what Franziska saw in this room before the crime is of incredible importance. Well,
Going all the way back.
is it time for him?
Well, it's almost time. We open with this. We're headed there. We're getting to my flowers.
Objection.
My Yule's Edge worth presenting passion
I
flower.
am presenting passion flowers, Franziska. For some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence.
It does appear that way. Ha! I knew it! I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis.
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this?
Yeah, sir. You keep this up, she's gonna get taken away, sir.
All I've done is state what I saw. I have not made a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, I am still under suspicion for murder. Is the number of flowers really all that important at this juncture, Miles?
At the very least, it is a contradiction in this enigmatic case. One that I find hard to dismiss as irrelevant.
Ha! Let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove?
I believe the answer to that would become clear if we were to examine that flower box. How did this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy.
They're my beloved flowers. I've grown them with the utmost care. So I ask that you please be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth.
Cat.
The
I
cat,
understand.
she's so interested.
She is. I'm investigating the flowers.
Check out my flowers.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Yes! It's been 50 years! This watering can is a rather robust design.
Mr. Edgeworth, why are you telling us stuff we can clearly see for ourselves? Plus, if you keep wasting time talking about that, Miss Von Karma's gonna get arrested.
I better examine something else. I need to get punished so I can do what I want. This patch of soil looks as though it had something removed from it.
Heh. What are you doing, Mr. Prosecutor? Why'd you clam up all of a sudden? I'm still here, waiting for an explanation, you know.
Did you know, Agent Lang? Flowers are best appreciated in silence. Looks like 2 things were pulled out of this flower box.
I wonder what it could be.
The name of these flowers, I believe they're called passion flowers. Despite being called flowers, they're actually a species of vine. They appear to be growing well, and are well supported by these plant supports.
Yeah, but no matter how I look at it, it looks like there are only 2 here from here, 2 here to me. You realize, don't you, sis? Your little lie has failed you. You lied about the number of passion flowers, therefore you're fucking guilty of murder. Miles Edgeworth! Hurry up and shut this man up for me already.
God, he is worse than Gumshoe. I suppose I will need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I? I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require.
Oh, you do, don't you? You have such confidence in the face of your current plight. I highly doubt it'll last until the end.
You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang. But we'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see the evidence. The truth the passion flowers reveal can be seen in this piece of evidence.
Take that!
Take that! Sheena, who was supposedly in Babal the entire time, had these hair sticks on her. They look exactly like the plant supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are in actuality support sticks for the passion flowers.
Heh, so what? Is this really all that important to the case?
Of course it is. It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight. That makes 4.
Yeah.
Technically 5.
Exactly, Kay. Think about it logically, Agent Lang. These sticks were originally in Alabast, but somehow they wound up in Sheena's hands, who was in Babal the whole night. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and statue.
Huh. Very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babal.
How did these support sticks find their way to Babal, and why? There must be some reason as to why they ended up there. Aha! So that's why! Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this and tell me its shape.
It's just another stick, isn't it?
And so it is. But the shape of the support sticks is what's important. For when they are used with something in this room, that's when it all comes into focus. And the object that completes the picture when used with the support sticks is this.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Edgeworth just lost me a little bit. What?
There's a giant crossbow hanging on the wall.
Yeah, I see that. So we're saying we're firing those like air. He just worded that so weirdly.
Well, yeah, he has to make sure that he
Yeah.
doesn't just feed the player the answer.
It's true. That'd be silly. You have to solve the problem, streamer, along with Galactin. Eureka!
That's a crossbow. Wait, you're not really suggesting?
I am. These hair sticks, or rather plant support sticks, they make for perfect arrows.
Hiya!
I've done it. I found the common thread that connects the 2 offices. But this thread is yet to be completely untangled.
So we shot a crossbow with the cable attached, presumably. And then I don't really know how the statues moved along the cable still. I'm not there, but...
Well, let's go figure that out together, streamer. You've been using the arrows. How does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could have it been who had fired these sticks as arrows?
It's quite literally no one who could have done it.
There must be a common thread that ties all these things together.
Not so fast!
Not so fast. Mr. Prosecutor, hold up a second. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all.
Oh, okay, we're going into this.
The part 2. So the ball statue was draped in the Yatagrasi's clothes and then shot over here. Even if you fired the arrows from this side, they wouldn't go far with a statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the primitive statues didn't sprout wings.
God, he loves that one.
You're a realist after all, aren't you?
You really like this point of not flying, I see. The Primadok statues didn't sprout wings. Of course they didn't.
Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I was afraid for a second that you were unaware of that crucial fact.
It's only crucial because you're under the belief that the wings are necessary to this equation.
What?
You need to free your mind a bit more and let it fly like a bird in the wind. The Primadok statues flew, but not on a wing. Allow me a bit of your time, and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you. But...
So the ball statue was draped.
Hold it!
Hold it. But that incredible scene just happened to have been caught on film, resulting in this photo.
Ha! What an incredible scene it was. This photo was taken by a freelance photojournalist, right?
The very same, yes. Or so I hear.
Not
Fuck you, Miles Edgeworth!
Not every photojournalist is known to be honest, right?
Fuck you, Shilong Lang!
Especially not the ones that show photos of spirits and giant creatures to tabloids.
Yes, I know what you mean. I've seen those sorts of photos many a time in court. But there have been times when those photos have turned out to be telling the truth. If you had ever stood in a court of law, you would know that it's entirely plausible.
Huh. You really believe the stuff you're spewing right now? Courtroom certainly is a strange place if what you say is true. There really is something odd about that photo, no matter how you look at it.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Arrows wouldn't go far.
But we are in agreement that an arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct?
But just the arrow by itself is pretty meaningless, don't you think, Mr. Prosecutor? The things they wanted to smuggle were a lot bigger than nothing.
No, that's not necessarily true.
What?
What I need right now is not further discussion of my conclusions, it's the launching of my conclusions in general. What the shooter wanted to launch with the crossbow is not the statues themselves, but rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move the statues.
What did the crossbow launch?
Hold it!
I had to press all
Hold
your
it.
statements before I could tell you.
The thing the crossbow launched, allow me to show you the answer.
Well, come on then. Show me what you got. But I warn you, I know when you're just bullshitting.
Oh, I guess I am doing it now.
Well, this is what was launched from this Alabastian office with this crossbow.
I like how there's like a distinct difference in the way, like, Phoenix and Miles talk about things, where Phoenix is bumbling his way through things the same way the player is, whereas Miles is like, "Oh, I already know."
Yeah,
what's
Miles
up.
says, "Aha, I've got
it
it
right now.
I
and check it out."
understand."
Yeah, I'm presenting this shit right now.
Phoenix is like, have you considered the crossbow?
I like how we got like a bit of that in like 5
Is that-
in fucking case 3.5.
Yeah, it was that fucking when someone made the giant. It's my favorite thing when someone made the giant detectives who could intuit the Death Note and solve the Kira case. Somebody mentioned Phoenix. It's like, yeah, Phoenix is just gonna be like, what if the Notebook killed people? And he's just right.
Yeah, then he actually starts thinking about it.
He's like, wait a minute, it all makes sense. Anyway, let's present the wire.
Take that!
Take that. Down to the wire. Finally. Finally, we have reached this point in our discussion. For I present to you that which was carried by the arrow from the crossbow.
I get it now, Mr. Prosecutor. I can see exactly what you were trying to say. You're saying that the wire was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Kochen's office. All the way from the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy down to the 3rd floor of the Bobbley's Embassy. If what you're claiming is really what happened, I can see how Alabaster's Prima Duck statue could be moved. Gravity could be used to move the statue down the wire from the 5th to the 3rd floor. But then what about Babal's Prima Duck statue?
It's like a pool noodle off a power tower.
I know, right?
We've really entered the bullshit era.
I'm not gonna lie, when I think I played this game like literally a little bit before Power Tower Adventures, and I was like, wait a minute.
That's really
fucking
funny.
minute.
That's really
Yeah.
funny.
The
That's
dark
why I
shadow
played,
in the photo is clearly flying away from Babal.
That's why I played as fucking Edgeworth in the test trial. But damn.
Good times.
Going in the opposite way of gravity from the 3rd floor of the Bobbley's Embassy
Yeah, I haven't solved this part that he's saying yet.
up to the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy. How do you explain that?
Does Edgeworth know?
Aha! I think I finally see
Yeah.
how the gears behind this whole trick work.
Oh, Edgeworth
do know.
understands. I don't.
Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick. I wonder if perhaps you have yet to envision how it works in your head.
Motion? What motion?
This is the motion that was employed to smuggle Babal's Prima Duck statue.
Hold
Like
up,
a pool noodle.
I'm really stupid here. Rotary is spinning?
Yeah.
So it has to be swinging somehow, because it can't be fucking bungee. To smuggle Babal. We're talking about getting it from Babal to Alabast, right? Is that what we're saying right
from
now?
Babal to Alabast. Not necessarily. I don't know.
Llama's stuck in hell.
I know the answer. I don't know what of these is right for it.
I'm just looking at my...
I know the answer, but I can't say shit.
It wouldn't swing. It couldn't swing. Right? If I cut it from Babali's side, it would just... nothing would happen. And if I cut it from the other side, it wouldn't... Yeah, it can't swing. It doesn't have the gravity to swing. Rotary is spinning. Bungee is just going down. What are we... Edgeworth, what are we saying?
That's a good question. This one, I'm like...
Could have to do with
yeah,
the
Edgeworth-
water level? Because I still have nothing about why the fires were made. And there was 2 fires, so that's just a thing I haven't explained, and I have a wet guitar pick. But what does that get us? Is there a fountain on Bobbly's side like on Alabast's side? Is that symmetrical too?
Mm-mm.
Because if there's a fountain on both sides, it drains the water from. Hold up, I'm like. My bones are a little hurt.
Well, the bones hurt.
Oh, the bones hurt. Whoa, the bones
Swing.
hurt. Doom, 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 boom, boom, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Yo, that guitar in the background adds so much to the
I'm
song.
gonna
Holy
say
shit.
I don't. Yeah, I have an idea involving the fountains, but I still don't know which one of these 3. So I'm honestly just gonna guess Bungee first to drop it into the fountain that I don't even know exists. By the way, I'm just guessing. I'm
A
wrong.
bit of bungee action was employed.
Although I'm sorry, I want to read the funny dialogue.
Bungee action.
Bungee
Are you
action.
saying that the wire acted as a bungee cord and then the statue was hauled up?
That's a simple way of putting it, but yes.
Not so
I
fast!
don't know.
Did you think about the weight of the statue at all? That thing is solid gold. Before that thing ever reached the office window, the wire would have snapped.
Mhm.
But okay, let's consider your idea and say that the wire has the elasticity required. If you fired that sort of wire from a crossbow, the arrow could come sailing back to the person who shot it. Talk about dangerous.
That's kind of fucked up. That's immensely fucked up. Yeah, he's absolutely right. Holy shit!
I do. My bones are a little hurting though, so I will pretend we didn't talk about that. I did want to see the bungee action dialogue. I like that this game has the slow fade in, unlike normal Ace Attorney, which is pretty. Rotary makes no sense. It's rotary.
Swinging motion was employed.
You
Get me out of here.
Mr.
I actually
Prosecutor.
knew. No, he doesn't get to say that. I knew it couldn't be swinging. I just couldn't fathom. I can't fathom rotary. I don't understand how it's rotary. Edgeworth, explain it to me. I don't get it.
Don't worry, I'm going to explain to the streamer.
I
their
literally
mind be blown.
explained live to you how it couldn't be swinging, and I still hit that one before rotary.
I believe it was done via rotary motion.
Yeah, please explain it, Edgy.
The two statues were transported at the same time, simultaneously.
Not so fast. Simultaneously, get real. The statue would collide somewhere along the way.
Objection! Did I ever say that there was only one line of wire between the two offices?
Oh, fuck you, Edgeworth. Your diagram made me think about it like that.
If you shot an arrow with two ends of a wire tied to it, a circular belt can be formed.
This is
more-
what it means by rotary.
This is more complicated than my pool noodle.
I don't know if I would have used the word rotary. Not so fast! Langzy says, don't object and call a success what is beyond reasonability. Taking into account the tension difference between the two wires. The top one would sag too much to the point where the statues would collide anyway.
Objection! Agent Lang. As you know, the Prima Duck statues are one-of-the-kind national treasure. And the fact that Babal's statue is a hollow replica of the real statue, it would naturally be lighter than the real one, meaning that my idea is very possible.
Langzy says, oh!
Did he actually?
I don't know if
For real?
Lindsay said that.
Oh god. Maybe he really was. Maybe he was a wolf. Here's what I believe happened. Monsieur and her mystery co-conspirators set themselves up in two different rooms. The co-conspirator bridged the rooms by shooting the two ends of the wire down on one arrow.
Yeah, and then accidentally fucking shoots Callisto U. Like, oh, fuck.
That would have
Damn,
solved
unlucky.
a good part of this case, but also that'd be really fucked. Then the two of them covered the statues and proceeded to transport the statues. Interesting way to say that. After the switch was completed, another arrow was fired, carrying the other end of the wire down to Babal, where it was to be disposed of. And to do that, Miss Yu hid it inside the grandfather clock, QED.
Grr. This proves it, right, Agent Lang? That I'm not the killer. Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my dessert yet. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
The proof is in the pudding, as it were.
Pudding is a nice dessert. So, do you think you can do it? Can you prove that what you said is what happened? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a certain someone back home with me as a souvenir.
I agree that as long as there's no proof, my hypothesis remains just that. However, what I have laid out is no mere hypothesis, for there is one more piece of evidence.
One more. This should be interesting. You think you have a piece of evidence that will turn your hypothesis into fact? Well then, let's see it, Mr. Prosecutor.
The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of a length of wire.
What? He's still ahead of me here. I'm really a little behind on thinking on this part.
I'm not gonna lie, this is probably like the most Danganronpa like point of this case. It's kind of sick, but it is. You gotta think really hard about this one.
Like I'm not like this is too absurd. Like this is my level of absurd murder schemes that I like. I'm just having trouble wrapping my head around it.
Yeah. Totally understand. I didn't read the other line. Fuck. Now this is what I believe made the circular transportation method possible.
It's the ceiling fan.
See, that's what I'm thinking, but oh, it has. Yeah, it is a ceiling fan. Yeah, I understand it.
Take that!
That's awesome.
Take that.
See, I'm for it. I'm for it.
It's like you dropped another bomb on us again. It's the last piece to the trick. Our two pulleys.
Precisely. The ceiling fans double as pulleys in this case. And thanks to the fact that there is one installed in each of the offices, the ceiling fans made for the perfect pulley set for this wire to run on. My game's playing again.
I brought. Holy shit! I was gonna say that I brought the boombox for you, Mr. Edgeworth, so I could play your theme, but he kind of scared me when he did that.
Oh, I see. This must be it. This is how the smugglers bypass the impenetrable scenery and security.
Grr. You really are something else, Mr. Prosecutor. I bet you figured it all out already, haven't you? You know who the big hotshot that set up this real-life stage show is, don't you?
The person who set up this rather large and complex
we're going for
stage
it.
show
We're going for it.
needs to be someone who had foreknowledge of the existence of a ceiling fan in both the Alabastian and Bobolese offices.
That's such a funny line out of context. The killer must have known about the existence of a ceiling fan.
Real Danganronpa shit. And that the passion flower support stakes could be used as arrows. The real mastermind behind this case.
Let's take our shot.
Well, don't you dare make this wolf wait for his food.
I say take our shot like it could be anyone else.
Why are you so hesitant, Miles?
It's the mask too, sir.
Oh,
If you can't say who it is, why don't you present something like you always do?
a single point of the finger here in this case will explode into another international incident. However, it's already too late for me to stop the forward momentum.
The
It appears
badge.
that I have no choice now but to rush in. I'll present my badge. There's a piece of evidence that will point us to who the mysterious mastermind is.
Wait, I want a piece of evidence here? I just want to... Let me present the guy!
Maybe it's the guitar pick.
Is it just the flowers again? They're his flowers. Right? They belong to him. I'll take the health if I'm wrong.
Take that!
Take that! The smuggling could not have been possible without the use of the crossbow. Furthermore, the arrows that were shot by the crossbow were plucked, as it were, from the flower box in this very room. They were planted so long ago that the passion flowers had the time to grow so big that Miss Von Karma didn't even notice the arrows when she visited this room today.
So let's assume everything is right. Let's go over the smuggling ring and our villains here, because they're all really fucking stupid. So if you have Old Man Jenkins, I guess, who is probably the culprit here, who has a chia pet of himself in his room. You have Callisto Yu, who is a really good spy, but she broke her cover just by laughing really hard. Like, she didn't have to do that. You didn't actually accuse her of being Callisto Yu before that. She just did it. You have Ernest Amano, who's just old rich guy, great. You have Cammy Meal, who is sleepy bitch, who just accidentally killed someone. And you have Jacques Portsman, who I don't even need to talk about anymore.
He plays Among Us.
The smuggling ring kind of is fucking shitty.
You have me too, I only said 2 lines,
Oh,
and
and
then
Manny
I died.
Kochin, who just died.
I was competent to help the ambassador. I showed him about Costco.
He did get caught assassinating someone for So did Mr. Mackerel, who got caught assassinating someone on film and then was killed. So it's
What a
team.
dastardly smuggling ring.
Presumably they're really good at the smuggling part and just bad at everything else. Anyway.
On top of all this, the fact that the culprit knew that both offices had ceiling fans tells us that the person has very detailed information on the embassy's layout.
Edgeworth is right, but ceiling fans aren't that big of a deal.
They are to me. So as you may have already guessed, the person I am accusing of hatching this plan is the person who grew the flowers in the flower box with the utmost care. Thus it can only be you, Quercus Alba.
Oh shit! I'm being accused of crime. I'm so old though. Who would have expected old man?
Are you out of your mind, Miles Edgeworth?
I'm certain of what I am saying, and I am sure that he is the culprit.
Tell me, Mr. Prosecutor, what was the ambassador trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff you just outlined? Why in the world would he need to use a trick like that?
I understand your need to doubt me. However, there's one thing that stands out to me as very odd.
Just one thing, huh?
That one single end result Ambassador Alba sought to obtain. If we were to examine the focus of this complex trick, I believe we will finally find the answer to everything. Everything will become clear once we examine this piece of evidence.
Are we going all the way to videotape here? Because the car was there, and then we got interrupted by him. Right? I think we're making the leap. Maybe I'm making a leap on my own, but I think we're making the leap to videotape.
Take that!
Take that!
I
You're
made the
leaping.
leap. I'm leaping, I'm leaping.
You're
You
leaping.
want to examine this?
That's it. Let me save for a minute.
Yes, for I believe that by examining this, we will finally have all our answers.
Not so fast. Lindsay says, items that become evidence should never have any part overlooked. All evidence related to this case are fine and don't need to be re-examined.
It would appear that I was mistaken.
I've had a great track record into this exact part.
Agent Lang is correct. Most of the evidence has already undergone intense scrutiny.
There you go, let me save. Just before the pop-up pops up.
However, there's one piece that has only been partially checked. And that piece, which lies at the heart of the smuggling, is what I should present.
What has been partly checked here?
Everything will become clear once we examine this piece of evidence.
Is it the statue? Yeah. Because we investigated this statue, but we never actually looked at this statue. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to hit that.
Take that!
Take that!
No. Wait, yeah? My poor bones. I was doing so well up until this, like, in section.
As a wise man once said in I1-5, this is where the case really begins. This case is fucking unhinged.
What has only been partially checked? We've looked at. I'm assuming it's not his flowers again. We've investigated that shit like 3 times. Samurai dogs. Your Honor, I don't know.
I guess, for a tip, what were the things that were moved in between both offices?
Statue.
Why would they want to do it?
Statue,
And why-
knife. Statue, knife, flower.
Alright, let me rephrase the hint. Why would they want to do it, and what does Edgeworth want to investigate? Because it hasn't really been investigated yet. It was kind of slightly investigated earlier, but it's been like a few weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember what I haven't really looked at. Because the statue makes sense.
It does.
Unless it's, if it's the other... Dude, if I'm getting tricked by the double statue trick again, I'm gonna be sad. Because we've looked at this one, didn't we? Maybe not enough before we stop? But we looked at this one.
You got fingerprints off this one.
So I guess I can look at it more. Yeah, the document was late. It appears to point to Mr. Cochin. While we're here.
Take that!
Take that!
Twice?!
You're getting so tricked by the two statues.
Yeah.
Dude, but that was the one I looked at. I didn't even look at the fake one. I never looked at the fake one.
Oh, man. The statues. I would fully understand the reasoning had the situation been the reverse. However, to go through the trouble of swapping the real Prima Duck statue for the fake, I sense a very shady reason for such a bizarre action. Who better to ask for that reason than King Prima Duck himself?
I see. Ambassador will be examining that statue now, with or without your permission.
That's kind of cringe. This is the same statue, right? That's the same hamper. Yeah, okay. Let's look at it again for fun.
These are Mr. Cochin's fingerprints. The fact that they are on here suggests that this statue was once belonged to Babal.
So it was smuggled from Babal to Alabest, huh?
Why was there a need for them to smuggle it in?
Sword.
With a sword drawn like that, there's an aura of valor and bravery around King Primadux.
He looks so cool standing like that with the sword stuck in the ground in front of him. Maybe I should try and come up with some cool pose with a shuriken or something.
I'm seriously beginning to think that her real goal in life is just to become a ninja.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, there isn't anything particularly odd about the sword, right?
No, not really. I suppose we should examine a different area of the statue now.
Wow, wow. Head. This guy kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike that he was picked to be the Goodwill Ambassador.
I suppose that's possible.
Miles Edgeworth has found something.
Take a look around at this area around the base of the neck. It looks like a gap.
Hey, you're right! Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret. It's okay,
Perhaps
we've all
it's
been
possible to
completely
open the
off base
statue.
tonight.
From this gap in its construction.
What? Hurry up and open it, Miles.
Alright, here goes.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Iron Edgeworth. Oh, that makes sense. Well, it really did open up! Hey, what's this thing that fell out?
Oh, I believe a more thorough examination of it is required.
That would make sense.
Holy, what the hell is this? What in the... Wait, is this?
Hey! Is this what I think it is? It's a plate? For making counterfeit bills?
Somehow, it appears we've at long last arrived at the exit to this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates. And the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabast to begin with.
Shit is happening. Hello there. This is
Prima Duck statue.
2.
Can only be handled by the ambassador of the Secretariat. Well, with Master 2, and the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object in which to hide contraband. After receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from Sheena, the ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into Damask 2.
What the fuck?
Surprised by the thief, the ambassador raised the replica statue at Damask 2 and...
Watch
This
this!
looks stupid.
That was awesome. I just hit him on the head. Really
In order
hard.
to frame the steel samurai of the murder after
Fuck.
hitting him really hard, he covered the samurai sword in blood.
I shook his head, but he was a bitch.
Well, Ambassador Alba,
Also, I forgot it wasn't fingerprints. It was luminol.
oh yeah.
You're the leader of the smuggling ring? My country is in a mess. And it's all because of you? You're the one who killed Damask too?
Yeah,
Answer
man,
us.
order him there. Seemed like both were trying to betray each other. I never thought that you would figure things out to this level.
Oh,
I'm an evil man again. Both of my old men are evil. However, there is one point I disagree with you on. The head of the smuggling ring was Mr. Cochin, the Coney Mansion.
Not so fast. Quit screwing around. I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt onto a dead man. There's one thing I'm sure of, it's that you're the real ringleader, Quercus Alba.
It's not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang.
Subjectivity? My conclusion is anything but, and it's the result of logic and investigation.
Logic and investigation. Only seconds ago you were ready to arrest Miss Von Karma. I don't think we could give such flip-floppy logic any real weight, do you? My plant is a homie. Also, why is he laughing?
plant.
Looks like you still don't get why I came back.
Excuse me.
You see, the reason I came back is so that I could sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck.
That's a weird thing to say to me.
From the very beginning, my real target has been you.
What the fuck? What?
Agent Lang, I demand an explanation. Sorry, sis, I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you were innocent from the very beginning. You did. I knew that this whole incident had been meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious.
Oh,
But without the Ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around.
Kind of gamer.
so that's why you put on a big show to accuse Francisco of the murder. A real power play. Using Francisco as the bait, you were able to gain a sentry and investigative rights.
Yeah, if I hadn't done that, I doubt the Ambassador would have given the okay to poke around. So that's what all this was about. Very well, I will forgive you. But in exchange for using me as bait, you will take some responsibility and help us find the truth.
Agent Lang, for giving me such a great opening. I thank you.
You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor. Somehow, we were able to find some proof by investigating this room that you would be able to figure out the real culprit with your special brand of logic.
My superpower, after all. But, really, the evidence detectives collect combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be in a prosecutor-detective team. Am I right?
I don't know about all that. One thing I do know is that I'm itching to see that old man get what's coming to him.
You're quite scary when you want to be, aren't you, you wolf guy? You're so
You are-
funny.
Hey, you were the one who was planning on using me to push all the guilt onto the sis. But unfortunately for you, you misjudged me.
I'm gonna twiddle my beard. Agent Lang, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me. What we need right now is evidence and proof. I wonder if you have what is necessary to prove that I am the head of the smuggling ring.
Objection!
Probably not, lol.
Objection! Don't be such a sore loser. If you really are the head of the smuggling ring, then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity.
Dignity? That is nothing more than a fool's insincere display of strength. If you really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes, then I would like to first see some of this thing you call evidence. Didn't happen, bro. I tell you, I knew nothing, really. I didn't even know that a counterfeit plate was hidden inside that statue.
Objection!
Objection! You swapped a real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for a fake! Doesn't make any sense that you didn't know anything.
It doesn't make sense? Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense? It doesn't make sense! Idiot!
The shady defense.
He's really got us.
Doesn't make sense!
He's turned the entire situation around against us.
I just had to say one sentence!
Proof that Interpol has been after, which points to this man as the ringleader. If we can somehow find that proof now, then we can see to it that justice is finally served. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open?
Now's the VHS. Yeah, we're going to try to shoot you.
Ah, fuck off. Picture. The trump card and the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But the card is evidence from a case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. And the tape was stolen by Detective Bad. From, well, the police. They're both illegal evidence. No matter what, a protector of the law can't be allowed to use such pieces of evidence. Oh, what the hell?
Hi, Manfred Von Carr.
Needless to say, the Von Karmas are commanded to achieve nothing but victory, and by any means necessary.
I don't know why you got motivation from that guy, but the only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. And that's what we thought at the time.
I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. And I won't follow the path of the Yaragarasu. This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? If I want to pursue the truth, then I will soil my hands in the illegality. And if I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law and what is justice? Which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow? That choice is one I must make by my own hand here and now.
I don't know, do I have a bad ending? Is this one of those 1-5 things? Gamers, what do you think?
I can't make any comment.
No comment.
Galactin, you're the only one I got in the call. I think we use it. We say fuck this guy and use it. We don't have a Damon Gant 20-hour turnaround because we're not in court. I also.
Use
mind
it.
games.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mind games. Or can we? And both 1-5 and Danganronpa 1-5% thing was the wrong thing. That's true. That's how they get you. The only question is, do we have like a turnaround like we did in 1-5? Maybe.
Just
I
use
see
it.
the logic. I'll go with the logic of chat. We'll see.
I'm
We'll
a
see.
prosecutor and I can't allow myself to use evidence such as these.
Mr. Edgeworth, maybe this isn't. If you don't do something, Ambassador Elba's gonna get away with it.
I know, but
Objection!
Objection! What are you holding back for?
Or maybe it wasn't a choice that mattered.
The only thing a Von Karma should pursue is the perfect proof.
Everyone's just calling me cringe.
If you really do have what it takes to complete our argument, since there is absolutely no reason not to use it.
Oh,
What's your
okay. Okay, bad ending is everyone calls me cringe.
Lazy says, you're cringe. The reason people judge people is because people are people. People weren't born to be chained to the law. Laws were born to protect the people. You're the only one here right now who can put this guy out to pasture. That is the only way a second or third generation of Zheng Fa's people will be born. Can you really still hesitate, knowing the fate of a nation rests in your hands?
There's no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. When a person goes beyond that limit, then the law, too, crosses into new territory.
Yeah, there's no gamer move.
Buddy, I don't think that's how it works.
For what reason were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show.
Yeah, okay, we're
Ambassador
just doing it anyway.
I wonder if you might recognize this. So, yeah, it's pretty much like any choice works.
Okay. Bad end. I gotta let the bad endings get to me. It seemed like a moment.
It's a really good question, honestly, and I think it's just like meant to make you think about it.
Lol.
Agree.
Oh, I wonder what that card is. It's so pretty. I've never seen that before in my life. Ever.
It's a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates.
Oh, is that what it is? That's kind of evil.
I know, right? After all, this card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG-8 incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Kochin of the Coney Mansion.
Oh, so why do you have such a card in your possession? Are you part of the smuggling ring, Miles Edgeworth?
Are you freaking stupid? Because it was hand-delivered to me. By a certain great thief, the Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu gave that to you? Don't talk nonsense and let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof that the card contains directions from the ringleader?
I'll have you know that the card is not the only thing I was given.
What?
This contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG-8 incident.
The KG-8 incident.
The card and the video? These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate.
Oh, very interesting. I must admit I am very curious now. Very curious indeed in these case-deciding pieces of evidence you've presented.
Pray the Yatagarasu has been chasing all this time now stands before me, a giant fucking tree. I can't allow this man, who has had free reign for 10 long years, to simply walk away. Now is the time for me to bring to fruition the violent spirit that was given to me. Valiant spirits, whatever.
Oh, we're still going. Holy
Hey.
shit.
We're checking out this tape, whether you like it or not.
I'm assuming there'll be a to-be-continued soonish.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe,
Okay. Okay, we'll keep going then. So what is this interesting thing that you wanted to show me? It's the Ides of March. Nothing bad happens to anyone.
I know, right? Especially to leaders. The trump card and the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's a lot more to go for, given that people call this case never-ending.
Balasha reference, and this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be
I
realized.
saw the hot dogs.
Detective Gumshoe!
Yes, sir.
What you see here is security footage shot just before the KG-8 murder occurred. From this footage, we know that the card is a directives card from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves the card was used to relay an order.
The card itself? Hold up, what? Yeah,
Take that!
wait, yeah, okay, I did it right. I'm sorry,
As you can see, Mr. Kochin is holding the card in his right hand.
yeah, I'm like, what? The thing that he's holding? I see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. But that card and the one you have, just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now?
Yeah, but there's a very easy way for me to prove that they are in fact one and the same. All we have to do is simply take a look at this.
Whoa, is that the Nintendo DS?
Nintendo DS. You see, I pulled this one just for you. This dark red blood, yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can very easily verify that as fact.
Oh, shit. I mean, no,
If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage.
Where did that card come from? It just instant transmission.
I know. Brought here by the government. However stupid enough to lead this organization.
The
fact that
government? Whoa! That's weird.
I see.
I bet it's like Germany or something.
It's Cadopia, the flag's right there.
What?
Anyway, this car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building, it's an official Cadopian government car, Ambassador Alba.
What? Holy shit! Who would put a flag on that?
Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage. Enhance!
Can you do that? Oh my
Enhance.
god!
This area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Cadopia.
Look at that badge!
Take that!
Why did he enhance the VHS?
This section will make it all clear to us.
I don't know if it will. You must be very tired, Mr. Edgeworth. I just went for the badge. If you committed completely irrelevant evidence like this, I'm afraid your investigation may fall apart. Perhaps it is time for you to retire.
Wait! But I was so sure it was this area.
I also thought it was the badge that I just saw.
Alright, focus, Miles. The area I should be pointing out is definitely here. This area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Cadopia.
Oh, it's the thing. Okay. Sorry. I made assumptions I shouldn't have made. I thought about it backwards.
Take that!
Take that. The shape of the pocket in the directives coordinate. It tells us that without a doubt, this person in the car is Mr. Cochin.
Oh, what?
The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera.
What's a security camera? I mean, that's
And with
normal.
it, we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day 10 years ago.
I'm sorry, that's
Which
a
is
weird
why I
noise.
can say with confidence that you were riding in this car on that day.
Oh, man, scream! How do you laugh all? Oh, that was funny. Oh, I'm going apeshit. Oh my god! Oh no! He's changed. Oh, I could change voices, I think. You've done well, boy, to make it this far. However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at the time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove.
How so?
The Principality of Cadopia no longer exists. So naturally, all records from that time period also no longer exist.
That arrogance. What he really means to say is he's already erased all traces of them.
Are we finished here, boy?
The only weapon I have left to me now is this piece of footage.
This badge is not the one you just saw in the car, by the way. It is very different.
Well, there must be something here that I can use against him.
No, wait, I didn't say that!
What the? Ambassador Alba!
Yes, what is it?
You were once an army man in the service of Cadopia. And it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct?
Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Cadopia. But now, I am the only one who owns this particular medal.
In that case, the only person it could be who's sitting in this car is you.
I meant there's 20 of them. How do you figure that?
By the mental caption here in this footage, you fucking
What the
idiot.
fuck is a security camera?
Thank you, Detective Gumshoe. It is clearly the same exact medal as the one on your chest.
You're welcome, sir.
What?
This is how it will be, but I won't look back.
My skin broke off, but I got it back on.
For this is the path I have chosen.
Ugh.
Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I hate Fire Emblem Three Houses. You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me?
Look at my badge. I bet you don't show yours off ever.
Never. I would never do that.
It's almost looking possible, isn't it? For the lot of you to have come this far. It looks like I just might lose our little game this time.
You might lose the game this time.
I showed you my true form, you showed me one thing, and I'm fucked. But it's okay.
You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador.
Is that a fact? Very well. I decided to confess and admit my guilt.
You're going to confess.
And I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result.
What the?
Regarding the Damask 2 murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense.
No, not this shit again. You're claiming it was justified self-defense?
Damask 2 attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
What a pathetic performance.
I'm not giving you one. Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times.
If you wish to claim it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence.
It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll provide it.
You literally asked me 50 times before this point.
Cringe Lord, Edgeworth is a cringe lord, listen to me. That man left a mark on me when he attacked.
What the fuck?
I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was in self-defense. Check this out, motherfucker! I'm an old man, and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should.
What's the mask too? Didn't have a single weapon on his body.
Shut up! Hold on, it's nothing to get worked up over because I hid the weapon.
You hid it.
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it's in self-defense. And I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am an ambassador. This is the weapon you seek, my special bonsai trimming shears. Ugh, it's covered in blood. He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. But that's when he grabbed the shears that were sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense. Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it is enough to declare it so, yes.
I'm in
So
the
my
box.
organizer.
No way! Oh, which reminds me, I guess there is still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on.
Not so fast. Stop spewing nonsense. You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you. The murder of Damask 2 was done in self-defense?
You missed.
In my trials, no man escapes this crime alive.
Perhaps so, if you were my opponent in court. However, there's one important fact that I think you may have forgotten.
And what is that? Ah!
That's what you mean. Extraterritoriality.
That's right. This embassy sits on what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts.
Agent Lang, what does Interpol stands on this?
Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of people who have confessed to their crime, that's the court's job.
And I've already confessed to all my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full extraterritorial rights. These rights are effective even on your country's soil. Therefore, no matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts.
That arrogance and your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hands.
These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations. I will be on my heelys and it will be no big deal. Alabast has numerous other embassies in other countries across the world. All you would accomplish, you would change the backdrop of our little game.
These 2 layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he is one of those who cannot be brought to court.
You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers.
What the fuck?
I'm using my feet this time.
Is there nothing we can do?
Damn.
So what do you think of Master Alba?
Shit just happened.
Welcome to the middle of this case.
Alba went from boring old fuck to fun to voice.
Yes.
Very
We were
quickly.
wondering how you would react to the switch.
I'm doing a weird hybrid voice right now, but I'll keep doing it.
So, streamer, what do you think about extraterritorial rights?
I have a feeling it might be why this case is so long.
No.
Because he did just confess to various things and said, "Lol, JK, dipshits."
You can't prove it. Go fuff yourself.
Anyway, well, that was a successful stream. We did a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Next time, let's teach this old man a lesson.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I imagine that's how we'll feel later.
Question.
Yeah.
Do I keep Callisto U on the tier list?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, but did we just
Callisto
get lucky?
U arcs.
Did we just get lucky there? What happened? Was that planned?
I didn't plan
I
it.
think it was just straight up luck. There was like so much chaos. Like I knew there was Callisto U there, but there was so much fucking chaos in like the start of like 1-4 that I'm like, whoever gets it, fucking I don't know. And then Gak just got. I'm like, oh my god, is this actually happening?
I guess it was just a 50-50 between me and Gak then, yeah, because Llama and Barlow would have known better. So.
You got the
Yeah.
other suspicious character in that case. You got literally Tyrell bad. It was, oh,
Your choices are Yatagarasu or Yatagarasu. Choose wisely.
it's all Yatagarasu.
And my other character is also Yatagarasu, so really, we're racking them up.
Getting the whole gang here.
Switching between that guy and Kay, though, that's going to be hard. I'm going to have to figure that out for next time. Anyway, thank you for stream. There might not be stream next week. Surprise, surprise. There might be. I won't know until like an hour before I normally start stream. So I'll just keep people in the know.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But next time or the week after, we will start kicking an old man repeatedly while he shows off his badge that immediately implicates him 0.5 seconds after he reveals his big bad cool form.
You know what's the fucked up shit? He didn't give a shit. Like, he's like, yeah, I'll admit it, and also, lol, this is why you can't, like, fucking arrest me. And when I got there, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Well, he gave a shit for 5 seconds. Because his skin fell off.
That is true.
Anyway, thank you all for streams. See you later.
See you later.
Boy.
Woo.